All right, everybody. Welcome to session 1 of Dreamwalker. Let's get a cozy fireplace in here. This is the beginning of a brand new campaign. So I'm very excited to kick this one off. Thank you for the resub, Senan. 13 months, over a year now. And welcome to anyone who's new here. Today, with me, I have a bunch of other streamers, as they're going to be the players in the campaign that you're about to see, Dreamwalker. So we'll just go from left to right for introductions. So starting all the way on the far left with Letty.
Oh my gosh, what do I say? Hello everyone. I'm Latifer.
You don't have to have anything prepared. I don't expect a script out of you. All you have to do is say hello.
So nervous about
That's all good. Was this what it was? Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm gonna do the links to all the socials and we'll do them at the end as well. But here's where you can find all of these people. Moving to the right after Letty is Lola.
Hello, it's me, Lolo. Hi, happy to be here. Hope, I'm kind of nervous. But yeah, yay.
Nerves on a first session are normal, so don't worry about that. And moving to the right after Lolo is Boomy.
What's up, guys? It's your favorite Baka devil. My name is Mamana Bumi. I'm part of 4V Live. It's so nice to meet you. I'm very excited to play, but also very nervous to play somebody who's supposed to be rageful. So let's see how it goes.
And on the far right is, of course, Kat.
Hello, I'm Cat Planet Shine. I'm an interdimensional space traveler, and I'm really excited to be a part of this world. And yeah, I'm also a little nervous.
Well, it is normal, so don't feel bad. So that is our cast for the day, and we'll be getting started right away. For those of you who are new around here, what we do here on this channel, this is a mostly D&D channel, though occasionally we do stream other things. And all of the campaigns that I run on this channel take place in a living world known as Grand Lorien. And so by living world, I mean that all of the lore and the actions and consequences of all the players is all persistent, kind of like an MMO. And so things that parties do during their campaign can have effect on the future of the world, and things kind of snowball from there. Yeah, TV. I know sometimes it doesn't look like a D&D channel when we have lots of session cancellations, but I promise it is. What's that? We're actually playing D&D tonight. Wow. We've had quite a few cancellations over the past few weeks, which is why I'm making those jokes. But yes, we are indeed back to D&D tonight. Of course, D&D 5e, for those wondering. But I'm all ready to go. It seems like chat is ready to go. So how are you guys feeling? All ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be, so.
Go. Let's
Ready to
go.
just jump into it.
Well, that sounds perfect. Then let's get started. Along the western coast of Bastila, an ocean wind carries with it storm clouds. 4 travelers make their way through the city streets of Rainbridge in the dark of evening. Each has their reasons for traveling this road, but their goal is the same: to aid an innocent in need. And so, as dark storm clouds cascade rain across the cobblestones of Windward Lane, 2 of our travelers spot their destination. The 7th house on the left, 2 lit lanterns creaking along with the howls of the wind. So, I've split you guys into pairs to help you arrive alongside somebody. But we haven't actually made any sort of decision as to who's arriving first. So, of the pairs that I've mentioned to you guys before the stream started, give me an odds or evens. Someone's got to pick.
Like a number?
Odds or evens?
Oh, even.
All right. Evens it is. So, along the dark evening lane of Windward Lane, and arriving at the Winchester household, are 2 figures. Who walk together through the rainstorm. And the 2 of you have run into each other in the city streets and had a realization that the 2 of you actually shared the same destination. And that you were both headed to Windward Lane, to the Winchester household. And so, up ahead of you on the left, you can see the house that is your intended destination. So I believe you guys should have control now. You can move your characters. Let's make sure that's working.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So for the most part, you guys can move around while I'm talking. If I ever need to stop you, I will. So the 2 of you make your way down through the rainy streets, making sure to avoid some of the puddles on your way. And that, of course, that house on your left is your destination. Not a particularly large household, humble but comfortable, with a wooden door that bars entry. What would you like to do?
My antlers keep getting wet, so I probably want to go back inside.
We should probably knock on the door, I think.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be good. I was just gonna kick it open, you know.
Well,
I
that could be
mean,
fun too.
viable course of action, if that's what you wish to do. One of you knocks on the door, and after a short moment, you can hear kind of some shuffling feet from beyond it, and then the door creaks open, and you are greeted by just past middle-age human male. And he kind of creaks the door open partially, and then sort of looks you up and down and says, "Are you friends of Asteria?"
Yes.
Say that.
Hey, all right. Come in then. Come out of the rain.
Thank you.
Yes,
Honey?
thank you, thank you.
He ushers the two of you inside the humble abode.
Very warm in here.
Indeed.
Finally, my fur.
As you get in and out of the rain, you find yourselves within a hallway.
What a lovely place you have.
Thank you. Come in. We're just waiting in the kitchen. Beyond the man who you see in the doorway, and down the hall, kind of at the end of the hallway, leaning against one of the wooden walls, is a woman that both of you faintly recognize. It's sort of like a far-off memory, her face. And she just sort of watches the two of you as you are ushered inside by the man. And the man just says, "How rude to me. I'm Percival Winchester."
Clover, nice to meet you.
Nightshade, also nice to meet you.
Pleasure to make your company.
Hey, Nightshade, does that lady look a little familiar to you?
Yes, indeed.
She's probably on a poster or something. You know, I don't know.
I'm not for sure either, but she seems familiar, as if I've met her before, but haven't at the same time.
Yeah. Maybe from a story my parents had told me about. Who knows? Maybe one of those picture books, maybe?
Or like from a dream.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a dream. Sure.
So Percival ushers you down the hallway towards a door on the right and says, "The kitchen is just down this way. You can warm up in there by the fire." The woman, as you approach, she kind of stands from her position against the wall and walks alongside you to enter the kitchen as well. And as she kind of looks the two of you up and down, she just says, "Oh, good. You got my message then."
So you are Asteria.
That would be me, yes.
It is very nice to meet you.
It's nice,
Sorry,
to
I'm
meet you.
just...
It's nice to meet you too as well. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Sorry, I was gonna say, sorry, I'm just in awe. You're gorgeous.
Well, thank you, I suppose. I wasn't expecting a compliment. Come in. We should be, I believe, expecting others. She says, kind of musing to herself as she kind of looks past you towards the door. Once they arrive, then I'll do more explaining. Percival ushers you guys through another wooden door and into the kitchen, and Asteria follows suit. Inside, you can see a rather stressed-looking woman, also around middle age. who is just sort of pacing within the kitchen. And as you enter, she just says, "Oh, friends of Miss Asteria?" To the two of you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, good. Come in. Are you hungry, dears?
Starved.
Something does sound wonderful to eat. But no meat, please, if that's possible.
Also here.
All right. I was going to offer you some leftover roast. But we have some fruit as well, and I had a pie that was made that you can have a slice of if you wish.
Yes, please. Fruit and pie.
All right, I'll get that for you. And she kind of busies herself at the table in the kitchen. And as the two of you kind of warm yourselves and wait for the woman to get you some food, you actually hear from far out in the hallway another loud knock at the door. And you see Percival just kind of hurry back out into the hallway. And Asteria kind of follows, hanging near the doorway. And so, Percival makes his way back down the hall to the front door and opens it once more, where he finds two of our other party members. And Percival, as he opens the door, he looks directly at you, Duja, and says, "Oh, you're back early tonight.
Yeah,
Who's your friend?"
This we just met at the tavern, you know. I thought she was pretty chill. I hope you don't mind me bringing her over.
I've been here. I'm here to. Oh my gosh, I'm here to help. I heard from someone that someone here needs help.
You're a friend of Asteria.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, that certainly is a turn of fortune that you ran into her at the tavern. Then, come in, get out of the rain. And he ushers the two of you inside as well.
Oh, this is such a warm house. It's raining outside.
Really nice to be out of the rain.
Indeed,
Is
such a sight, such a storm is pretty common in Rainbridge, of course. Hence why the town has its name. And so, Duja, it would have rained pretty much every single day that you've been here. But Percival ushers you in and towards the kitchen. Sorry, I have to do pronunciations properly the first time. So, Yue, is that the right pronunciation?
Huh?
Is that how you pronounce your name?
yes, yes, yes.
Very well. We're gonna have to shorten that so that my brain can.
Yuri.
Yuri? Yuri would be good.
Yeah, Yuri sounds fine.
Perfect. So, as the two of you are kind of ushered down the hallway, you see a woman who, Yuri, you faintly recognize, and she kind of looks you up and down, and then you are also invited into the kitchen.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Upon entering the kitchen,
Hi, everyone.
Yuri, this is all of these faces are fairly fresh to you. Duja, you recognize everybody except for the two that are kind of bundled up by the fire getting warm. They are unfamiliar to you.
So you guys have guests staying tonight, or do I have to share my room?
Well, Asteria starts to speak. They were invited here by me.
Oh, I see.
Well, now that we're all
This
here,
place is packed.
I suppose more of an explanation is perhaps in order. Please have a seat where you're comfortable. And the woman who has been preparing you guy some food, kind of hands you small little plates, and looks towards both you, Yuri, and Duja, and is like, would you like some food as well?
I ate at a
Oh, yeah.
tavern.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, I'll get some
Thank
for you.
you so much.
I'm Vesemin Winchester.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. You're Yue Smoothbrain. I hope I can be of service here. I didn't know we had such a big party.
Well, it's nice to meet you as well. And she busies herself getting you another plate. And so once each of you kind of find a relatively comfortable spot to sit, and Vesemin has... Here, let's get her name tag. There you go. Oh, we're missing somebody's name tag here. There. Everybody's getting some name tag. It's one of those little, hi, hello, my name is... slapping them all on.
Pie
So
is
once
delicious.
once you all have kind of said your hellos, and Vesemin has handed out pie to everybody who wants some, Asteria kind of takes a place where everyone can see her and says, well, I suppose explanations are in order as to why I've summoned you all here. You see, the Winchesters, and she kind of gestures with her hands towards the two on either side of her. Well, their daughter, Elizabeth, is ill. Though some of you may know that already. She kind of turns to you, Duja. And well, the Winchesters, they've hired me to treat her illness, and so I have been for well, it must be 4 weeks now. And I've tried, well, everything that I have ever learned about herbal remedies and even healing magic, but nothing has worked. And I'm afraid that the girl's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? She kind of looks to the two Winchesters for confirmation. Yes, 2 weeks. Her symptoms worsened. When first I came here and first I was treating her, she had a fever, chills, seemed like a normal illness, though resistant to my treatments. And then, sometime just before those 2 weeks, she began to complain about, well, nightmares that she was having. In fact, she started to refuse to sleep. She became rather weak and exhausted from her lack of rest. And then, just around 2 weeks ago, her condition suddenly changed. She went from not sleeping at all to, well, only sleeping. The girl went to sleep one night and has not woken up in 2 weeks. We've been doing all we can to try and feed her and make sure that she is not, well, wasting away. But I fear that something else is going on. Where I had first suspected disease and illness, my thinking has changed.
What do you think it could be?
Tell me, have any of you, she kind of turns to each of the four of you, have any of you heard of the infernal circle of Zemaral?
Can't say I've heard of it before.
Yeah, the four of you rack your brains and it does not sound familiar.
No. I
Have no clue what that is. First time I've heard of it.
Well, Zemaral is, well, it's a place of legend, said to be one of the 7 circles of hell. where fiends, demons, and devils gain power through corrupting mortals. And the fiends of Zemaral, perform this corruption through dreams, or perhaps more precisely, nightmares.
Ah, perhaps this is what it was meant when I heard aid the Dreamweaver. Hmm.
She kind of pauses and looks at you, Nightshade, and kind of thinks for a little bit. I see. Well, as my thinking changed, I began to suspect that perhaps some sort of fiend was, well, corrupting poor Elizabeth. And that was why she complained of nightmares, and that is now why she can't wake. And once my thinking changed, I began to craft, well, a different plan. Something a little bit, I will admit, unorthodox. Something that has not really been tried much before. But I do have a strong feeling that it might work. And well, that's where the four of you... She kind of glances quickly at Duja. Four of you, if you wish, come in.
Well, I mean, I was supposed to go home to my family, but I don't mind staying here extra. Anything that will take up my time. Don't really want to go back, so.
Well, if it's what you will, then I would have you join the other three. She says to you, Duja. Well, because my plan is to send the four of you into the realm of dreams.
Ooh.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in.
I believe that if we can weave the four of you into a dream, into Elizabeth's dreams, then perhaps we can excise the fiend from within. As, well, none of my treatments on the outside have been working.
Do you know the nature of these nightmares? What kind of fiend might we expect?
Well, whatever it is, I imagine it is a being of quite some power to be able to induce something like this. Fiends of nightmares, they prey on weaknesses and vulnerabilities, perhaps past insecurity, trauma, things like that, and, well, they manipulate them to, well, manipulate you. So I imagine we will be dealing with something cunning and cruel. I have
See.
attempted the dream weaving myself just once. I attempted to weave myself into Elizabeth's dreams. But, well, without someone on the outside to keep it stable, things became chaotic. And I was unable to keep anything in focus. She just kind of trails off at the end of that sentence, and then just kind of, you see one of her hands just sort of clutch near her rib cage, and you kind of look down to notice that under some of her robes, she actually is completely wrapped up with bandages around her torso.
Oh my god.
Can I I don't want to be like too forward, but I kind of want to like inspect her to make sure that she's okay.
From where you're sitting, you can perform a medicine check if you wish. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So roll medicine in your skills. We'll see how focused you're feeling tonight.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Medicine. There it is.
As is the first roll.
Did it do it?
I don't know if you have the extension.
I do. It's really slow.
Well, I didn't
Uh,
see it roll in. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's
there.
here, it's here.
21.
Oh,
A good omen.
wow.
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 So, from where you are positioned, you can actually see that there's a little bit of sort of dried blood staining some of the bandages, but you do notice that it is dried blood. She seems to have stopped whatever was bleeding, though they do seem to be pretty significant wounds. Suddenly, it kind of, with a 21, it kind of clicks together in your head, Clover, as to why she was walking perhaps a little bit slowly through the hall when you were invited in. Perhaps she's in quite a bit of pain, but she has treated and stopped the injuries from getting worse.
So I stand and I offer her my hand and I say, Miss, I don't want to see you in any more pain. I would gladly help you.
Uh, Thank you. I, I've I've treated the injuries. But well, that's where the four of you come in. I need to remain outside the dream to weave it and to keep it stable. And so I needed capable hands on the inside. People who understand dreams. She kind of gestures towards you, Clover, and you, Nightshade, and people who are capable in their craft. She gestures to you, Duja, and you, Yuri.
I thank you.
I need people who can enter the dream on my behalf. If you're willing, of course. I'll not force anyone to take on this task.
We mustn't make the young girl suffer anymore.
Yes, it was the will of Lady Pyrosia that I came here to help, and that is what I am here to accomplish.
She kind of sharply glances up at you. Pyrosia? Well, this is fortunate indeed. The Fairy Queen has sent me aid, then I feel more sure of my actions. Thank you.
Wait, so to make this clear, this is a free thing? It's a charity? Thought we're getting something from this.
Actually, the Winchesters, Percival in particular, speaks up. Well, if you are able to help our daughter, we'd be more than happy to reward you. We've got savings.
Oh my god, no, I feel so bad. Okay. I'll do my best, but she gestures at Asteria's because she kind of looks bad. I'll do my best. If I die, can you just put a flower on my grave or something? Thanks.
Well, I am grateful for your help, you four. That takes us to our next task. In order to properly weave you into the dream, I need a strong image of the four of you. The goal is to weave you in as you are right now.
Like right now, am I able to change my clothes or something? Because I don't know if I want to like present myself like this. I just came back from the bar. Maybe I should take a shower or something.
Should I finish
You
my
can
pie?
you can make any preparations you wish. I won't rush you. I just mean that as you are today, I need a strong image of the four of you. So if it's not too much to ask, I need to sort of, well, get a good picture of what you carry with you and who you are as people.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I could probably skip the shower, but if you could make me like 10 pounds lighter, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to meddle with the dream itself. My plan is to weave you all exactly as you are, so that things remain accurate and the dream does not collapse.
Okay, well, I guess I understand.
Dang, I can't be 10 feet tall now. My hopes crushed.
But I will warn you. What occurs within the dream, because you are woven in as you are, what occurs within the dream will carry over. And she kind of
So
gestures towards her injuries.
Uh,
If you are wounded within the dreamscape, then you will also be wounded
I
here.
expected that.
And well, to be incredibly honest with the four of you, I don't know what happens if you die.
well, I have a whole bunch of medicine with me, so I'll make sure that no one gets to that point. Try my
Good.
darndest.
I'm glad that's reassuring. Thank you. Now then, I suppose if you'd like to chat or talk amongst yourselves, and I need to, well, I need to examine what you carry on you, whatever you wish to take with you into the dream. I need a strong mental
So
image.
so when she says that, I go over to the table and I just dump out my whole entire backpack.
Yeah, so she needs to sift through what you carry on you, whatever weapons, armor, items you wish to bring in, you need to show her.
Mm-hmm.
As she needs a strong mental image. She also needs to know how much money you have on you, if you wish to
Whoa,
take that with
whoa.
you.
I only got
If you
20
want
gold pieces, so
to sort of copy
uh,
that into the dream, then you need to tell her. Otherwise, you will start in the dream with nothing.
Okay.
Shakes my sad wallet.
So
I
each of you should have a bit of gold. I usually
I
give.
don't know where to find it. Where to find
Actually,
it?
perfect time for a mini tutorial. You can find on your character sheet your gold within the inventory section. It's near that large box in the bottom right
Found
where your
it.
actions are. You go to inventory. Then along the right side, there'll be that little kind of gold coin symbol with a monetary value next to it. Now, if I ever tell you that you find gold, or you guys split a bunch of gold up amongst yourselves, or if you're spending money, you can click that little button right on top of where the gold is, and it'll pull up a little side menu in which you can add money. So the way that I usually do things here on this channel is that I try to just only use gold. There's a bunch of other smaller currencies and stuff like that, like copper pieces and silver, but I just find that it gets too annoying to micromanage, so we just use gold for everything. And so, for the most part, you'll just be adding and subtracting gold. There's an add and remove button, so you just type the value that I gave you or the value that you're spending, and then you add or remove it, and it'll manage that money. So I usually trust the party to manage the money for me. And so if you suddenly forget and you realize that maybe you have a little bit too much money, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
So that's
Also, how do I flip my icon?
it's me
I've
doing that. Unfortunately, Roll20 has not
Oh,
allowed you
okay.
guys to do it yet. But whenever you start moving in a direction, I try to flip you, or if you're talking to someone in particular.
Okay.
So, Asteria kind of sorts through some of your stuff as you show her what you possess. Duja, you've been kind of staying here. So maybe all your stuff is not on you to the tavern. Like perhaps you didn't bring a a weapon to the tavern. So if you need to gather up your stuff, that's something you can do.
okay. She'll go and do that. BRB guys.
So
See you, Duja.
I'll
actually,
just
yeah.
put
To
her
be
in
honest,
here. I guess I don't know who's putting her stuff, but I'll just say it's here.
yeah, I didn't plan ahead. I was like, surely no one will be staying with me. You're just sleeping on the ground in the
It's okay.
closet.
Maybe she finds somebody to go share a bed with every night at the tavern. So.
Maybe. Yeah, actually, I was gonna
Damn,
say
Duja.
the
You sleep like this?
Yuri staring into the fire was actually kind of appropriate.
I couldn't face the other way.
Okay,
So one by one, Asteria kind of takes the time to sort through your things, and she kind of traces her hands along them to get a strong mental image of the materials they're made of and all that. And after perhaps maybe half an hour, she's done sorting through your things. You've shown her how much gold you have. You've shown her any weapons or armor you wish to take with you, as well as your other personal belongings. And so now she has a strong mental image.
As she's looking through my stuff, I like keep like studying her face, and like I talk to her. I'm like, I know you from somewhere. I feel like I've met you a long time ago, back at the apothecary that my father used to own.
Uh,
Um,
Apothecary, yes. I believe
have you?
I do. I do know
Mm-hmm.
your parents. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I
Emerus, he
yes,
owned
yes,
Marguerite. Yeah,
yes. I
that's where I
remember Marguerite.
remember. Mm-hmm.
The apothecary shop.
Yeah,
You were
I
just a
was.
little one back then.
Yeah, you were just stunning. Like, I wouldn't forget your face. I start to blush, and I look away.
Yeah, actually, as you kind of remember her, she doesn't look at all older than when you last saw her. She appears to have not aged at all, and even though she is elven, she still would have probably aged a little bit more than she has. She does appear to be quite young still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, she looks hot.
And I guess maybe during that conversation, Duja, she kind of barges in with her stuff and she puts it on the table.
So what kind of stuff is that, Duja?
I guess let's see, definitely her axes and
So just like a big thud right down the table.
yeah, just boom.
As a
And
giant great axe
she
slams
takes
down on
off
this nice little like doily
she takes
tablecloth.
off her necklace and her hat and she's like pointing specifically at the jewels and her belt too. She's like, make sure you have the jewels as shiny as they are now, okay? Because I don't want to be looking raggedy when I enter these dreams because what if there's a hot guy in the dream? I dream about hot guys all the time. And she just kind of rambles about stuff, making sure that the jewelry is on point.
She just kind of humors you and nods along. Yes, of course. I'll make sure that I get all the details.
Super
Thank
sparkles.
you.
And so after a little bit, she has made sure that she um, has a mental image of all the things you carry on you. Is there anything in particular that anybody wants to bring up that they're bringing with them?
Yes, I have my lyre.
Indeed.
It is one of the only possessions I own.
She carefully examines it and the craftsmanship, and then hands it back to you when she's done.
I just have a locket. It has my parents in it. It's my lucky locket because I lost my parents, and yeah, they're with me all the time now. So
Asteria kind of she takes it from you and kind of turns it over in her hands. Then she kind of opens it to see what it is, and then kind of realizes what it is, and then you see her kind of delicately close it and hand it back to you.
thank you.
Anything in particular that you're bringing, Yuri?
I have a lock box that kind of looks like a music box. I know it plays some sort of melody at night, but I can't remember what the melody is.
Very well. She takes some time to examine that as well, and then once you're all kind of finished, she looks across and says, "All right. Well, I don't think we should waste any more time. Elizabeth's condition is bad enough already. If you all are ready, then I would like to get started with the ritual."
Mm-hmm.
Ready whenever you are, girl.
Yes.
Let's go.
She
Oh,
she
thank you for the pie, by the way.
Yes,
Oh my
thank
god, I,
you.
I, I take one last bite of the pie.
of course. I'm glad you enjoyed it, says Vesamin. And she Asteria is actually kind of turned towards the Winchesters, who are going to now lead you guys back out the kitchen door. And along the hallway. And they turn off to the right to a small room. And they usher you inside.
Oh, what a cute room.
So the last door on the right of this hallway is... Hold on, Nightshade. Pick a different corner.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good, it's all good. So the last door on the right is Elizabeth's bedroom. Small dressers sit along the western wall, and a doll sits alone on an old rug. Elizabeth can be found on her bed, surrounded by pillows and deep in a coma-like slumber.
Girl.
A stuffed mouse toy sits on a small bedside table next to Elizabeth. It appears to be quite old and has several stitch marks and patches on its brown fur, adorned with a red ribbon tied into a bow around its neck. That was why I needed you out of the way, so that you can see that. Here, let me zoom in for chat. So the girl herself lies basically motionless, tucked into the covers and pillows, but with eyes closed and perfectly still. And the Winchesters sort of take a position at their daughter's side. And you actually see Vesemir kind of absent-mindedly fiddle with the small little mouse toy along the bedside table as Asteria joins you all in the listen, JB. Don't you see the Zeds? That means she's sleeping. As Asteria joins you and begins to kind of set things up.
Can I pick up the doll and place it beside her? The discarded one?
Yeah, you can do what you want.
I go
Okay.
up to.
I do that.
What were you going to say?
Sorry. I go up to Asteria and I ask her about the mouse, if we could take it into the dream with us. So that way, if we find Elizabeth, we could give it to her.
I suppose it's possible, yes. But we can give it a try. And you see actually Vesemir kind of overhear Mouse and kind of turn towards you. And she actually carries it over to the two of you and kind of shows it to you and Asteria, Clover. And she says, it's her favorite toy. We got it for her just after we adopted her. And she's kept it on her ever since.
Looks like it has a lot of love on it.
Indeed,
Yeah,
we've had to stitch it up quite a few times.
You guys sure you don't want me to buy like a new one? It's a lot of love on it.
Well, thank you for the offer, but I'm pretty sure she's quite fond of this one.
I take it and then I put it in my my bag. Nice
Yeah,
and safe.
you allow Asteria a moment to study it,
Oh yeah, after that.
and then you tuck it away. Yeah, I assume that's what you meant.
Yeah.
All right. Are we all ready then? Oh.
I'm so sorry, Mama.
You step on her toes, and now she's furious at you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Please.
Well, I suppose the four of you ought to probably take a seat, as well, the ritual involves you all falling asleep. I don't want you to hurt yourselves. You can grab a pillow or the rug.
Specific pillow.
Deja also sits on the pillow, but she looks a little bit judgmental because she's used to the fine textiles and stuff. So,
Can I sleep on your lap, Duja?
oh, I mean,
Said as a
yeah.
joke. Oh, sleep. Oh my gosh, you said yes. That was
Feel
not a
free
joke
to.
anymore.
Was there something you wanted to do, Clover, or?
Oh no, I was gonna sleep on the bed, but I was like, I'll sleep on the carpet.
Sleeping beside the daughter.
I was gonna sleep on the end of the bed like a dog,
Oh, okay, okay.
all curled up and everything.
Yeah, the Winchesters have sort of taken a position beside their daughter. Vesemin's kind of brushing some of the hair off her forehead delicately. As Asteria begins to sort of rifle around in this satchel she has at her side, and she pulls out 4 small little glass vials that are filled with this sort of pinkish purple liquid, and she hands one to each of the 4 of you.
Nisha grabs it eagerly, and you can see like her eyes shining a little bit. She's like, "You want me to chug it?"
Well, only once all 4 of you are ready. I need to weave
I
the magic for all of you.
I take it hesitantly, but because knowing what's about to take place, I hesitantly take it. I've only heard stories about going into dreams. Never really. Okay, let's do this.
So the
Um,
small bottle each has like a tiny little cork, and the contents of it purple and pink, as I said. But there's also sort of small little sparkles within it as well, as it kind of swirls. It's sort of semi-thick like syrup. What were you gonna say?
Nightshade takes the bottle and is observing it and swirling it and admiring the sparkles inside.
Well, when you're all ready, we can begin.
Ready.
Okay, who goes first?
Deja just chugs it. He just throws it into her mouth.
Damn, Duja.
All right, all of you at once then.
Okay,
Okay.
you
Oh, right. We
unique
actually have to drink
twin-headed
this.
thing
It's
to
too pretty to
do.
drink.
So as each of you sort of drinks down this pinkish purple syrup, it has sort of the slight taste of strawberries with a bit of a faint aftertaste of cinnamon. And
Oh, that's actually
each of you drinks it down, and you begin to feel sort of ever so slightly strange. It kind of spreads a warmth to your arms and to your legs, all the way down to your feet, all throughout your body. And so, as the potion begins to take effect, Asteria, rifling through her bag again, turns to the 4 of you to say one last thing. Time is refracted through a fractured lens within a dream. I imagine days will pass for you as mere minutes do for us. This may very well be the longest night of your lives. I wish you all luck. And then she takes out a small golden needle and begins to weave with a shimmering purple thread. And as she does, glimmering purple and pink lights flicker their way through the air, tracing their way around the bedroom, passing straight through each of your chests.
Ooh.
Your eyelids begin to grow heavy as Asteria weaves each of you into the dream. The room around you begins to blur and swirl, and then fade away into an endless black. Each of you slip away from yourselves to become one with the dream.
So cool.
this is actually super cool.
The music.
The audible gasp I just did.
I'm in a movie.
Ooh.
And then, the 4 of you suddenly wake up.
Kitten poodles. Where are we?
Huh?
I
looked
yawn
around
and
trying
open
to
my
kill.
eyes, stretching up and looking around. Oh my gosh.
You feel as though you've just taken a very long rest. And as you sort of blink away sleep from your eyes and begin to take in your surroundings, you notice that you are no longer in a child's bedroom. In fact, you're outside. It's no longer raining. It is a sunny day, and you stand in the middle of a forest. As you
It's
awaken, sorry, as you awaken, you find yourselves sitting within the middle of a large stone circle, though it appears to be sort of the ruins of such.
Is that
And
just me, or was that the longest sleep anyone's ever gotten?
I feel rejuvenated and tired all at the same time.
couldn't have said it better myself.
I wish I had my silk pillows.
You have a silk pillow? Damn, can you give me one?
Yeah, if you're willing to pay for it.
Oh my god. 5 minutes into this friendship and it's over. Goodbye.
as the four of you glance around your surroundings, you find that you awoke sort of on top of a stone carving into the ground. And it's a ley line of sorts that pulses softly with a purple pink light that you recognize from when you were woven into the dream.
See, is this our portal of sorts?
What it seems.
Can I inspect it closer?
Yeah. It doesn't have to necessarily be you, depending on what roll you make. But someone can make an Arcana check if they wish on this.
Okay. Does anyone want to do it?
Probably not Duja.
Yeah, my Arcana's not that great.
I will actually give advantage if it is Clover or Nightshade.
Oh, okay. Nightshade, I already rolled, so
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
So you can shift click on your sheet to give yourself advantage, but rolling it twice does the same thing. We just take the higher value.
Okay. Hopefully I did that right.
So not great rolls on either end.
Well,
It certainly seems to be channeling some sort of dream magic, but any other conclusion from that end will not be made at this moment.
You did your best, Bun Bun.
it happens sometimes. I'm not necessarily known for the best of luck.
And so the hilltop that you stand upon is surrounded by rather tall and thick layers of trees. Though a path does stretch north from where you stand.
Think this is where we're supposed to go?
Can I inspect this thing over here?
Sure. What exactly were you going to do? Which this?
I just want to see what this is.
Who's pinging? Sorry. I saw a ping over here and I thought that's what you're talking about.
Oh, Clover.
Clover,
Over
correct.
here.
Over here.
Yeah.
So holding down click pings for me.
Oh, gotcha.
I saw one over there and thought that that's what was happening.
Oh.
But then I realized the color didn't line up. So a small kind of lamppost is by the side of the road here. And it just kind of glows with an orange light. A small candle sits within it.
Oh, very nice.
The other side, you would all notice as well, has a small wooden sign, slightly overgrown with weeds and moss, perhaps a little bit weathered from age as well. But the sign itself, in common, reads Elwyn Dell.
Do you guys
Guys,
think this is inside the girl's dream or is it different world?
I'm hoping we're inside the girl's dream. This might be the dream and not the nightmare. Who knows?
I don't know. Hopefully. For now it looks safe. Hopefully.
you think Elwendell might be a name of a town we can down this way?
Mm,
Only
yeah.
one way to find out.
Go.
Onward
Onward.
Onward.
The path
to
ahead,
victory.
a lightly trodden dirt path winds its way in between the trees, kind of blocking your view from what lies all the way off along the horizon. But you begin to walk along it. All right. Hang on a sec. Oh, I got you right at the edge of the screen. If you drag yourself too far off the screen onto the square off, it'll sometimes just straight up make you ungrabbable. So be careful
Oh.
with that. What I do is I copy you all in a little group. So that's what I was doing here. So that I can just paste all four of you together.
I love
So
how we
Makes
all just
sense.
went to the very edge.
Adventure.
So the four of you wander your way down this path through a sunny and rather picturesque forest. You can see butterflies and even fireflies in the daytime just sort of fluttering about throughout the large, rather healthy trees. And eventually, as you travel down this path, up ahead of you, down the road, you can see what appear to be kind of huts that open up into a clearing with about four of them ahead. Do you wish to continue towards them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well.
Roll initiative. No, I'm joking.
Oh, really? So as you make your way along the road and arrive at what appears to be a sort of town square, you can see a well sitting at the center of it, and several huts made from bark, trees, branches, and leaves, built around what appears to be the center of a small town. And
This reminds me of home.
your time admiring your surroundings is immediately cut short as you begin to notice small, shadowy figures with little black wings fluttering about the clearing. Some of them are sort of gnawing on the huts themselves, others just sort of flapping their way aimlessly about the town square. But as the four of you arrive and begin to look around the square, you see them actually all turn their attention on you four.
I believe we found the nightmares.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
That's why I was chuckling.
Wait,
So-
do we all roll?
Yes, all four of you
Mhm.
roll, and I'll be rolling for the
Oh, okay, okay.
creatures.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, not bad, dude. Not bad.
Nice.
It said on mine. Did you see mine?
Yes, you rolled a 7.
Oh, okay.
It seems to auto-populate most of them. It did not do Dujas for some reason. But that's
Did
okay.
mine go through? Because it says you wanted to send the result of this roll.
Yeah,
to
That,
turn
that,
tracker.
that happened to mine also.
I saw
Yeah.
I saw Yuri's, but I didn't see. I saw Dujas within the within Roll20, but it didn't add it to my combat tracker. But that's fine. One moment.
I think I see everybody's in Roll20.
Same.
Alrighty.
My poor sad 4.
Can't believe
So
me and Nitrate had the lowest one and we had like the biggest, what do you call that? The stat bonus.
Actually, that reminds me. Nightshade, you get a +2 to your innate rolls, I believe, right?
Oh,
I don't think it
I
adds that
also
automatically. Is it a +2?
I
Let
think
me double
so.
check.
Yeah, is this proficiency bonus? Is that it?
It's your limsy and alertness.
Oh, let me see.
So you rolled a 6.
Okay, I rolled a 6. Okay.
You're probably gonna have to help me remember that one. I'll try and remember when I can.
Okay.
I don't think that changes the turn order much, but just so we remember it.
Yeah.
You do just naturally always have a +2 to your initiative rolls, on top of whatever else you have.
Awesome.
So anytime you roll an initiative, add 2 to it, and that'll be your actual value. So the creatures, though small, bear fangs at you. The kind of circular ones open up maws into these sharp teeth as they begin to turn their attention towards you, and the longer kind of worm-like ones turn this one large eye to stare at you. And so the 4 of you immediately upon entering town are set upon by monsters and thrust right into combat. So let's get started. Chibi, this one's for you.
No.
Definitely the first thing that came to mind when I saw that.
So, this is your first combat encounter, so it's fair for it to just be a bit of a tutorial. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and we'll try to sort things out so that everybody knows what they're doing. So top of the turn order is actually going to be Duja. So Duja, these creatures immediately turn their attention towards you, but you are the first to react. What do you decide to do?
Okay, let's see. I'm going to. Do I look at my actions? And then I will hit them with, let's see, 5-foot reach. I'm gonna measure how far away they are. That is very far away. Never mind.
So measure from yourself if you're measuring.
There you go.
There you go.
30. Okay, so am I able to just kind of... Wait, 30? Can I use my javelin? It has a 30 range. So it would hit them, correct?
The javelin is the 30 range. If it's outside that range, you can see actually there's 2 numbers there, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 and then 120. So the 120 means that you can still throw it at something within 120, but you'll just have disadvantage to hit. The 30 is when you're making the normal roll. So yes, you can throw your javelin without impeding any of your ability within 30 feet. So you could throw a javelin at that one if you wish.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a javelin at... Hold it.
At this one here.
Yeah, that one. I was trying to think.
It's okay. I can see your arrows, so I still knew which one you were aiming at. All right. So you pull a javelin from your back and heft it, ready to throw. So make your roll. All right. A 16 hits. So roll your damage.
Javelin damage.
All right. Not a bad roll. So you heft your javelin and throw it straight at the closest little shade, and the javelin pierces right into kind of the center, right between its eyes, and you see it just sort of pop like a little bubble, and then kind of shimmer into just shadow, as this creature instantly dies.
Nice one.
Duja giggles, but she also has a slight concern if she's ruining the dreams ecosystem.
Who's it for, sir?
No ecosystem.
Whoever got lowest. Okay, Nightshade, you have inspiration.
Oh, I got inspiration. Ooh. Okay.
Gifted from the chat.
Aw, thank you, chat.
So that just means you can re-roll something.
Ah.
And you get to pick what it is. You can also give it to a party member if you want.
Okay.
But it'll use it up.
Yeah.
Duja, you made an attack, which of course used your action, but you still have other things you can do on your turn. Is there anything else you want to do before you end?
Oh, sorry. I don't think so. I can't think of anything that I want to do.
You can move,
Wait,
you can
what
do
is
stuff
that?
like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, if I can move, then yeah, I would
Yeah,
like
movement
to...
is always just a part of your turn. It doesn't use actions or bonus actions to do. You just always have that 30 feet of movement. And you can use half of it, you can use all of it, you can break it up in between attacks. It's up to you.
Okay,
So,
I think
always feel free to move.
I'll move, you said 30 feet, right? So I can move up to where this guy was?
Yeah. You can move
Okay,
where you
I'll
want.
go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and move over
Move
there.
Here. Also, any of you during your turns, you can use an action to dash, which would double that movement. So if you really needed to get somewhere, it would use up your action, so you probably wouldn't be able to attack. But it would get you there really fast. So that would double your movement, and all of a sudden now you have 60 feet to move. All right, so that's good for running away or really trying to get towards something. So keep that in mind as well.
Okay.
So Duja, you toss a javelin through one of the creatures and then immediately advance towards the others, towards a closer position. And so, if that is the end of your turn, Duja, then we will move along to one of the creatures here. Which, as Duja sort of runs off to the side, this creature is going to flap its little wings towards the rest of the group, picking the closest possible target, which is Yuri.
No.
And so as this little creature kind of bobs about 5 feet off the ground towards you through the air, as it gets close, you see that maw open up again with those sharp fangs, and it's going to attempt to bite you.
Okay. Can I dodge?
Not
Or
not
I
particularly.
can't do it right now. Okay.
Your general sort of dodginess and your armor is all taken into account as your AC, right? So on your character sheet, you can see you have 14 AC. So I'm rolling an attack to see if I can beat that AC. So
Okay.
if I
okay.
roll lower, that means that you probably dodged it or you managed to block it with your armor or shields and stuff, but you don't have a shield. So it's probably a dodge for you.
Okay.
But it's going to make an attack and try to beat that 14. And it rolls an 18, so it hits you.
Bye, guys.
So I will then roll its damage. So enemies operate the same way that you guys do.
Okay.
So for damage, it rolled 3 piercing as it sinks its fangs into your arm, Yuri. And you can feel kind
Oh
of
my God.
blood begin to trickle down your arm as you take 3 damage. So make sure you mark that on your character sheet.
3. Okay.
You type it in and then you hit damage, right?
Oh, okay. I changed it. Wait. Let me change back. 3 damage.
So you just type in 3. You don't have to do the math. You just type in how much damage you took into that little
Okay.
box. Then you hit damage, and it'll do it for you.
Okay.
That way you don't have to subtract
it.
at all.
I subtracted it.
yeah. You can do that if you want, but if that's faster for you. But most people just prefer to type the number I tell them and then subtract it, and then they
Okay.
let the D&D Beyond do the math for you. So you feel some blood begin to trickle down your arm as this creature sinks its fangs into you and then releases them, and now it kind of bobs in front of you. But that's all it can do on its turn. And so next in the turn order is Clover.
So I see that it bites Yuri, and I take my staff and I just go, yeah, on it.
You will have to get slightly
And, like-
closer to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right there.
Very well. You step up, and as it kind of sinks its fangs into Yuri, you take a swing at it with your quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
So make your roll.
sorry, my computer is pretty slow.
It's all good.
It's okay.
It's going.
I think you rolled the damage.
Oh.
So first we roll to hit, then we roll damage.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's all good. But we'll keep. We can keep that same damage roll if you want it. If you do hit. So that would be. I don't think it added your modifier, did it?
No. Oh,
what-
hold on.
What'd you click to roll that?
I clicked the
The plus one?
D20.
Next to your quarterstaff, you just click the +1 to see if you hit.
Oh,
And then if you hit, then you click right next to it the damage.
gotcha. Okay.
If
Sorry.
if you're using your staff with both hands, which since you don't have anything else equipped that you probably would use, you haven't specified it to me, but you can in the future. I'm gonna say that you're probably two-handing your staff, which means that it has the higher damage dice. You can see there's a D6 there and a D8.
Oh, okay.
If you're holding the quarterstaff with two hands, then the damage dice goes up a little bit because you're swinging a little harder with both hands.
Gotcha.
But the 3 to hit does not hit.
Oh,
Darn.
So you swing at it as it kind of hops back from Yuri's arm, but you just swipe and only meet air.
Oh no.
Is there anything else you want to
God
do?
dang it!
Can I use can I do
So
a
you
cantrip?
use an action. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
It doesn't necessarily matter too much about spells versus physical attacks or anything like that. It's more action and bonus action. So what you just did took your action. So if you have anything else that does a bonus action, for example, healing word, you could still do that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do healing word on Yuri.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So there's no roll to see if you hit with that. It just hits. It has a range, but you're well close enough. And so roll the healing dice and see how much you heal. It's where the damage would be for healing word in your spell list.
Gotcha. Got it so slow.
It's all good.
I
Things
see it,
will
like-
get faster.
Frame by frame going through.
I think you
Okay.
can probably turn off the virtual dice if that's what's making it slow. But you
Oh.
you
Okay.
whisper words of healing to Yuri, and Yuri, you feel the blood kind of trickling down your arm, and the pain begin to fade as your wounds seal themselves up.
I whisper sweet nothing is in your ear.
So similarly,
Thank you. I swoon.
So similarly to how you took the damage, Yuri, you just type in how much you healed, which is 5, into that same box, and then hit heal above it instead, and that'll bring your health back.
Okay, I got it.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's mostly all that you can do in your turn. You still have like 25 feet of movement though, if you wish to use it, but you don't have to. Oh, sorry. You
I'm
still have
probably
30. You have 35 feet, so you still have 30.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to stay close to them because the
Fair enough.
sky is still.
Yeah, you don't have to move.
Yeah.
I just don't like to move on from your turn until you confirm that you
Oh,
don't want to
yeah.
move.
No, you're good.
All right, so you stay put next to your companions, and next in the turn order,
Is it me? I think it's me.
not quite.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Another one of the shades begins to flutter its way towards the group, fluttering its way 30 feet, and then it will dash
Oh my god.
to reach Nightshade. But since it dashed, it can't do anything else.
Oh, yay.
So that will be the end of its turn, which brings us to Yuri's turn.
Okay. I think Clover, thank you for the heal.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I brandish my short sword to attack the one in front of me. Okay. If it says two-weapon fighting, does that mean I get to hit twice?
So two-weapon fighting is if you are wielding two weapons, which I'm going to assume, benefit of the doubt, that you probably are. It would be your kind of style of fighting. Um,
Oh, okay.
so you would have in one hand your short sword, and in the other hand a dagger is the two-weapon fighting go-to.
Oh, okay.
So what two-weapon fighting means is that first, if you wanted to attack, you would probably attack with your short sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then two-weapon fighting allows you to make a second attack using your bonus action. But the second attack is with your other hand, so it would be the dagger.
Oh, okay, I see.
The only difference is that second attack doesn't add a modifier to the damage, so because it's a faster little attack, it won't do quite as much damage.
Oh, okay.
The only other thing that is necessary for that to work for two-weapon fighting is that the weapons have to have the light property, which both your short sword and your daggers do. So that allows you to,
Oh, okay.
because they're small, light weapons, you can attack fast with them and do that two-weapon fighting thing. So if you want, you can strike at the one in front of you with
Okay.
your first hit, and then if you wanted to, you can make the second one.
Oh, okay.
So you
I'll
roll next to your
roll
short sword, you click
for-
the +5, right?
Oh, thank God.
A 23 hits. Now also, as a rogue, you do also have the option to deal sneak attack damage.
Oh, I do?
Yes. So what that requires is that you have either advantage on the roll, granted by any possible means, right? Or
Uh-huh.
you don't need the advantage if one of your allies is within 5 feet of the same enemy you're attacking. The idea is that you're sort of almost like flanking, the other person's distracting, and you're getting an extra hit in. So sneak attack,
Okay, that's
sneak
cool.
attack allows you to roll an extra damage dice for your attack. So it's that extra d6 that's rolling there. You can see along the right on roll 20, it rolled your initial damage for 5. It also rolled your sneak attack damage for you if you want to do it. And so that would add that together. That'd be 10
Oh.
total sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
So you can do that once per turn on your attack.
Okay.
So if you want to
Does
use your
that
sneak
mean-
attack damage, it doesn't use up
Okay,
a
I'm
resource.
gonna
It's just
use
free
that.
every turn. So feel free to use it. You should probably be using it almost every turn if you can.
Yay, okay. I'm using that.
Very well.
Does that mean I have to roll again for the second weapon or just later?
Well, that would be your two-weapon fighting. I'm talking about your first hit still. So the short
Ah,
sword
okay,
is what
okay.
we're talking about right now, and you probably want to add your sneak attack damage to whatever you can do the most damage with. So on your first attack, you rolled a 5 because you hit, right? And then your sneak attack damage
Uh-huh.
boosts that up to another 5. So that's a total of 10 piercing with your short sword. So then you still have
Okay.
that second dagger attack if you want to use it.
Okay. Let's
So
use it.
as Clover kind of swipes with her staff and the shade attempts to dodge out of the way, you use that opportunity, Yuri, to quickly stab it with your short sword, and you hit a vital point, and just like the one that Duja attacked, it just sort of bursts into a cloud of shadows.
Oh, yay, finally revenge.
And so it's still your turn, Yuri, and you do still have that second attack.
Oh my God.
And you
Wait,
also
but
have
it's
all
gone
your,
now, right?
it is dead, but you still have your movement.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Can I go forward and throw the second weapon at the other one?
You don't need to throw it if you're moving forward, but you could throw it from where you're standing if you wanted to.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Daggers
do that.
daggers are a type of weapon that you can either attack right close up just by stabbing with a dagger, or you can choose to throw them at something within 20 feet. Of course, once you
Oh,
throw it,
okay.
you don't have it in your hand anymore.
Oh, that's true. But I can pick it up after, right?
Yeah, you could walk over and pick it up, but sometimes in the middle of combat, you don't want to be doing that, right? So it's
Okay,
worthwhile
okay.
to consider that when you throw it, you are indeed throwing it.
Okay.
So you could
I have
approach.
to.
You, as a
Mhm.
halfling, have only 25 feet. You're a little bit slower because of those short legs. But
Mhm.
25 feet, it's only a 5-foot walk to get to this creature. So you could totally walk up to it if you wanted to.
Hey, what's up?
So you circle around the
So-
one that was bearing down on Nightshade, and now you can make your extra attack if you want.
Okay. So I have to roll for the hit again.
So roll to hit on your dagger.
Oh my god. Is that the
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
okay? Just ignore the second one. Okay.
So you attempt to stab at the second shade, but this one manages to dart quickly out of the way, and your dagger only meets
Dang
the
it.
air. So,
Okay, I think I'm
unless there's
done.
anything else you want to do, you still technically have movement, but you might not want to move away from something that's right in front of you.
Yeah, okay. I'll stay here.
Very well. Then we move along to next in the turn order, which is another one of these shades, though it is the Cyclops shade, the one with only one eye, which is going to kind of flutter its way a little closer towards Duja. And Duja, you actually see the eye kind of glow bright for just a split second, and then it fires a beam straight from its eye at you.
Oh.
Oh.
What the heck? Oh no!
Oh no.
What's your AC again?
Let's see. AC is 15.
All right.
Plus 5, I guess. Oh, never mind. No, that's included. Sorry.
That's your AC. Whatever it says in that little shield, that's what your AC is.
Okay.
So that's why it's important to make sure all your armor is equipped, because it's going to change that number for you. I scanned through last night and made sure all your armor was equipped, so you're all good.
Okay.
So you are 15, you said?
Yes.
Okay, then a 17 hits you.
Ah!
What?
So this laser that the Cyclops shade fired at you slams kind of right into your chest, and it's going to deal
Oof.
3 necrotic damage.
And I'll just adjust that in the HP management.
Yep. So you type the 3 and then hit damage. The damage type doesn't particularly matter unless you have resistances to certain things, which I don't know that any of you have any natural resistances right now. But Duja, when you rage, you gain physical resistances.
Sick. Okay,
So
cool.
resistances to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Alright. Okay, so the health is down.
So it fires its laser at you, and then ends its turn.
Okay.
Which brings us to Nightshade's turn.
First off, thank you for the assistance, or attempted assistance. However,
Damn.
these guys picked the wrong limbs in a mess with. So Nightshade actually takes her hairpin out of her hair, and in her hand it turns into a big crystal-like weapon.
Ooh.
And I would like to try an Eldritch Blast.
I will say, if you are casting a spell at this point blank range, you will take disadvantage on it because it's right in front of you.
Okay. Then actually,
because it is a to hit roll, a spell attack roll. But if you were to do something like poison spray, which has a save, you would actually not get the disadvantage because that doesn't matter.
Okay, then I shall use the poison spray.
All right. So as you can see on your spell sheet there, right? It's the con save 13. So that's actually me making a roll on behalf of the enemy now.
Okay.
Everybody loves the save spells because it just makes me have to do all the work. So let me double check what this thing's con is. What did I give you? Probably not amazing. All right, perfect. So it rolled an 11, and so that does not beat your save. And so for this spell, then you can roll your damage.
Okay.
Oof.
Can I use my inspiration?
We typically don't do them for damage rolls.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine.
It's more successes and things like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it's out of the impossibility, but we typically don't. just because I don't think that's the intention of them.
Okay.
Just to sort of try to metagame more damage on attacks. It's less of a fun use, I'll say that. So I try to discourage it, but so if you missed, you could have done it or something like that with an
Okay,
attack.
that makes
But it takes 2. That's poison damage, correct? Okay, no resistance there, so it will take the full 2 damage. Which one are you? Here. All right, so you see the poison sort of splash across the face of this, and some of it gets into the gaping maw it's trying to bite you with, and you see it kind of almost kind of wobble and bubble across its surface as the poison deals its damage. But it is still alive. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Nightshade? You used your action.
Yeah. I don't think I can. Am I able to move away from this creature? Or is he blocking the way?
It's not necessarily blocking the way. You can move. If you wanted to move through it, that would be kind of where it would be blocking if you wanted to move like right on top of a square. But if you just want to walk like away from it this way, or if you wanted to circle around it, the only time that it's going to impede your progress is if you move outside of the 5-foot range it has.
Okay.
In which case you'll take an attack of opportunity if it has its reaction still.
Okay.
That doesn't stop you from moving unless it has a very particular special ability. So you'll take, even if you take damage on an attack of opportunity, you can still run. You'll just take some damage, maybe. Maybe. It might miss you. So if you want to move, you can, but at a certain point you might take some damage from doing so, because you're kind of turning your back on an enemy and giving it an opening.
Makes sense. Then I will stay put.
But for reference for our physical fighters, pivoting an enemy does not trigger that. So let's say you wanted to move here or here, Nightshade, that would not trigger anything because you didn't move outside its range. You stayed within. So just keep that in mind. Pivoting doesn't do anything as long as you're staying in its range. It's the movement outside.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's all you want to do, Nightshade, then you can end your turn here.
Yep, that's it.
Very well. Then that brings us to the second Cyclops Shade, which is going to, with a flash of its eye, fire another beam at Duja, the closest target.
No, Duja.
Dusha braces herself in a very mommy-like stance. She looks
Oh.
incredibly brave right now.
Damn.
All right. A dirty 20 will hit you
Ah!
for
Oh my god. Low. Please.
for
be
2
low.
necrotic.
Okay, that's not too bad.
As the second beam just kind of glances off your arm, and you still feel a bit of pain, but this one didn't nail you straight on. And it's pretty happy with its positioning. It's going to kind of just flutter to the side a little bit and then end its turn. Which brings us to the shade that you obliterated on your first turn. So it's dead, so it brings us right back to your turn, Duja.
Okay, let's see. I am going to try. I'll try using my hand axe. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll just roll if I want. Well, I'll use my hand axe on this guy. Should be range of 20 feet. Let me measure that real quick. Oh, never mind.
Hence why
Never
they
mind.
didn't move closer.
Then I'll do my javelin. I'll do the javelin. Oops, I accidentally
But
rolled
you
for that
can
already.
you can move yourself, you know.
Oh, you're right.
If you wanted to stay
Okay.
put and throw it, then yes, it would be outside your range. But all you have to do is take a step forward and you could throw it. Or you could just run right up to them because they're both within your 30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna get real close to this one. I got a bone to pick with him. Maybe I'll go up here.
Mhm.
And then I will use I'll use my great axe and yeah, just take out my anger on him.
Very well. Then you swing your great axe at
Damn.
the smaller Cyclops shade and roll to see if you hit. Ooh.
Nice.
So that was a crit. That was a natural 20. See the green?
Awesome. Okay, and then I'll just roll.
So that means it'll probably roll it for you. So roll your damage. But that basically means it's 2d12 plus 2.
Okay, so I should just roll the other one again.
Yeah, it didn't seem to roll it for you. So roll along the side. You can roll another d12 if you want, or I can just do it for you right now.
Okay, probably.
So that'll be 18.
Awesome. Okay.
So you just obliterate this thing with your great axe.
Nice.
You swing that thing over your head and just bring it down, and it just cuts it clean in half right across in between the
mercy.
wings, and it just sort of disappears again into a puff of shadows. Absolute overkill, yeah. That was absolutely brutal, but it falls.
Nice.
It disappears in that puff of shadow, and it is dead.
Yuri cheers from afar. Go, Duja!
The Dusha smiles and she's like, "This is why you don't rip my clothes."
So, next in the turn order is the deceased shade, which brings us straight to Clover. Clover, it's your turn.
Okay. So, who all is injured right now?
I think it's just Duja.
Duja?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing fine. It's alright.
Duja does also have a lot more health than all of you guys.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to attack the one that's sorta in front of me.
Mhm.
Yeah. I wanna try to do I wanna try to do my bonk again. Or oh wait, hold on. Can I do the ice knife? Is
You-
that possible?
You can. It is an AoE.
Wait, but if it shatters, then hold on, because it says
if you fire it, it will shatter and it'll hit any creature within 5 feet. So that
Please,
that
Clover,
probably
that
not
includes
that.
that includes
Friends.
all of you guys,
yeah, probably not that,
including
then.
yourself. So you can, yes, but it might not be the wisest decision. You do also have the same poison spray spell that Nightshade used.
Oh, I do, yes.
So you could use that in the same way that Nightshade did, where when an enemy's right up close, it's better to use something that has a save attached to it if you don't want to run away.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then. So I need to see it. It doesn't have like the attack thing on there. Oh, hold
Yeah,
on.
so a spell save one, it won't have a to hit roll, it'll be a save, right? So your spell save is 12, and it tells me what I need to save. So you can, if I ever ask you what's the save on that again, I'm probably asking the number and what it says above that number, so con 12, because I need to cross-reference that with the enemy, and so I know that these enemies have a certain number attached to their constitution. So I'm rolling, it fails with a 3, and so you get to do your damage.
Nice.
An 8 to this one that Nightshade already damaged. This one, as it's attempting to bite at Nightshade again, it opens its mouth wide to grab a piece, and you just fill its mouth with a splash of poison. And you see it kind of shrivel, its eyes kind of go wide for a second, and then it just disappears with a puff of smoke.
Damn.
Now that was definitely a nightmare.
Thank you, friend.
Yes.
And so both of the shades in front of you three have disappeared now, leaving only the ones that Duja is attempting to wrestle with on the far side.
Nice.
And
So,
then
it's still your turn, Clark. Yeah, you can.
I'm going to move over here. Oh wait, hold on. I think that's where it was. Right?
Yeah, if you're trying to move around and measure at the same time, while you're holding down to drag your character over there, while you're holding left click, just tap right click as well, and it'll measure while you're moving.
Very
Oh.
nice.
Very helpful for just quick movements to make sure you can get that far.
Ooh, okay, yeah, perfect.
That way you don't have to
Alright.
switch over to the annoying ruler tool every time.
Yeah.
I usually use the ruler for like spell distances and stuff, or if it's not my turn. But while it's your turn, it's easy to just use the other one. So yeah, you move up a little bit closer to get up next to Duja and the Cyclops Shade that she's fighting. Is there anything else you want to do?
So since I did movement, I can't do like, I mean, can I do my bonus action again? Or since I moved, I can't.
Yes, because you used a cantrip and your bonus action is a leveled spell, you are. Movement has nothing to do with any of this. The only time that movement affects your actions is if you're consuming your action to run even faster and double your movement. That's the only time it affects it. Otherwise, your movement is just always something you can do on your turn no matter what. It doesn't affect attacking, doesn't affect spells. You can just always move.
Okay, so I want to do Healing Word on Doja.
Yeah, so you used a cantrip that used your action. So that leaves you with a bonus action leveled spell. And so you can, yes, Healing Word Duja, because of course your range is 60 feet and Duja is well within that. So Duja, you feel some of that necrotic damage that was kind of burning at you on your chest and arm begin to seal itself up and heal as the pain fades.
And then how I do it, since she's like a little ways away from me, I say, Duja, you're doing great, sweetheart!
Duja smiles and does a thumbs up. She's very awkward when it comes to expressing gratitude, but that's her way of doing it. So.
So make sure you heal yourself up for those 3 hit points, Duja.
Okay. Healing 3. Oops. Why? Okay. Nice.
And then if that is the end of your turn, Clover,
Yes.
then we pass right by one of the dead shades and come right back to Yuri.
Okay, I scream, wait for me!
Oh.
Oh no. Oh wait, I need to measure. 25. Oh, okay, here. The struggles, I think it was here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my legs are short!
Yuri, you're struggling a little bit with movement right now because your legs are a little shorter, but as a rogue, you will actually, as you level up, you'll gain some stuff that will let you move quicker than everybody else.
Oh, I
in
see.
just a short while, you'll gain that.
I'm happy.
So,
Can I
Yuri, I also
use
want to
my
bring.
short bow?
Yes, I was going to bring attention to that actually. But you do also have ranged options, so you could throw. You may be a little bit too far away to. Let's see. Yeah, it's just outside your throwing
25?
range. So you could throw your dagger, or if you wanted to switch your weapons. Typically, switching weapons will use up some stuff, depending on how much you're trying to do. So oftentimes, messing around with a bunch of stuff in your bag might use up your action. But in the case where you just want to quickly switch weapons, the fastest way to do that is to throw everything on the ground to get your weapon out. Since throwing stuff on the ground is free, if you just dropped your short sword and your dagger, then you could pull out your bow faster. Rather than trying to put your sword and your dagger away, that would take longer, right?
It's kind of funny.
Of course, the downside to that is that if you throw it on the ground and don't take the time to pick it back up again, and then move somewhere else, then you won't have it. So it's a bit of a trade-off. You can do stuff faster by just chucking it on the ground, but it might come back to bite you in the butt if you aren't careful.
Okay, I think Yuri is kind of reckless anyway, so she just drops her sword and daggers just so she can get her bow. And then she attacks the Cyclops thing.
Alright, so again in your inventory, rather than using the other weapons, you just find your short bow. And the same way that you did with the other weapons, you just roll to see if you hit with the +5.
Please. Does 13 hit?
A 13 does beat its AC, so you hit with the arrow.
Oh my gosh!
Now again, like in your previous turn, you do still have the sneak attack damage, but because
It's just one.
because nobody is beside it, right? It's alone and it's not being surrounded by any other of your allies. You can't actually use that unless you had advantage.
Dang it.
So for this one, you can't use your
just...
sneak attack damage, and instead you just deal 7.
Okay, that's okay.
And because this is a two-handed weapon, you're using your bow with both hands, right? So there's no room to use any other weapons with it, so it's just the one attack.
Okay.
But the upside is that you're not close to anything, right? You're attacking from afar,
Yeah.
but you can't do the extra attack, so it's a trade-off. But let's say if Duja was right beside it, you could still use your sneak attack, so it's a valuable tool.
Okay.
As a rogue,
That
your
means-
role tends to be high damage, but you go around picking off targets that other people are fighting because it gets you extra damage, right?
Sneak is life.
Exactly, yeah. It's sort of your specialty is coming in and helping other people pick stuff off because you're the sneaky one who's getting in the distracted hits.
Okay.
So 7 damage as the arrow kind of pierces into the side of this little cyclops shade. You see it kind of wriggle in the air, and the arrow still kind of sticks out of it, but it's still alive.
Oh. Okay, I think I'm done.
All right. Then, if that is the end of your turn, then it's now Nightshade's turn.
Okie dokie. Let me see. Now, could I try the Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Or am I-
So
yeah.
the important thing to note for spells like that is its range, which is 120 feet for you, right?
Yeah.
So well within that. And then the only other thing is that you need to have the sight line, right?
Yes.
Which I believe you have that. We'll zoom way out. Yeah, that's the sight line.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, feel free.
Yes. Okay.
Eldritch Blast is a
Okay.
very long range tool, so it's kind of your bread and butter as a warlock. So there's unless
Ooh.
something is right up against you, there's almost never a bad time to use your Eldritch Blast.
Yes. Okay.
Tends
okay.
to be one of
Nice.
your best options.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay. So I roll hit first.
Yes. So just like
Yes.
other attacks, it's a spell attack, so it has a to hit roll.
Okay.
So you roll that +5. A 10 actually is right on the dot for these creatures. 10 is
Okay.
their AC and beats, right? So you hit.
I'm sorry, what was that?
When you get the exact same number as the AC, beats.
Yeah.
So if you get the same number, you technically beat it.
Oh, okay.
That applies to enemies too. So if they roll your exact AC, they technically beat your AC.
Okay.
For D&D, the general rule is if you roll the exact number, it counts as a win, not a loss.
Okay.
So you rolled a 10, which is this creature's exact AC. Therefore, you still hit it. So you can roll your
Sweet.
damage.
Okay, perfect.
Whew. There's that Eldritch Blast damage.
Yeah.
Clover and Yuri, as the two of you are kind of making your way across the town square to the last of the shades, and Duja, as you turn your attention, you see just this bolt of purple light streak across the entire town square and just slam straight into the shade. And as
Hell
it slams
yeah.
into it, you see it just kind of dissolve in the air into a wisp of shadow.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so the four of you kind of glance around the town square, looking for any more targets, but you don't find any. And so,
Huh.
you've completed your first encounter.
We did it!
That's fun.
And so that is the general idea of how combat works within D&D.
Yay!
Fairly straightforward, and you'll get used to it more as you go.
Cool.
So actually, I think this might be a very perfect time to take a little break. We're at an hour and 50
Okay.
minutes, so we'll go for probably up to the 3 hours. So it's a perfect time to take a little 3-minute break or so. So go to the bathroom, grab some water, anything you need, grab a snack, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Yay.
All right.
BRB.
BRB, chat.
BRB.
Same.
Just so you guys know, before you leave, I usually leave you guys unmuted during breaks, just so that they have something to listen to. So you can mute yourself in Discord if you don't want to be heard, but just so you know, the actual stream is unmuted during that time. So you can talk to
Okay.
chat during the break if you want to, but mute yourself if you don't want to be heard, just so you're aware. You can be still heard.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I come back and talk to chat. All right, BRB.
BRB.
Hi chat, bye chat. Bye.
All right, chat. BRB.
Hello.
Are you having fun so far?
I am. How about you guys? You guys think about oranges on pizza? I haven't tried it before.
Oranges on pizza. I feel like oranges won't go super good with tomato sauce, but I'm a fan of pineapple on pizza, so I'm willing to try any
Same.
fruit.
Same. Pineapple
so
and
good.
pizza is so good.
It's so good. I feel like people who don't like pineapple on pizza, they're not giving it a good try.
Yeah.
It's the sweet and savory combination. It's
Hey,
kind of like
listen. Members of chat who don't like pineapple on pizza, I got you. I'm here for you.
Oh,
the advocate.
damn.
or like it's
Don't
like a
let them
chocolate
tempt you.
covered pretzel, you know? You get the sweet and the salty.
I also stand pineapple on pizza.
Let's
Pineapple on pizza,
go.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Sorry,
go.
Yes.
I got back and got
Give
excited.
it.
Proto, this
Yeah.
this is attempting a direction towards neutrality because they're all on the side of pro pineapple on pizza, so I'm counterbalancing.
My favorite
I'm
Leading
deleting
my
the
art priorities.
TV. Take us back.
I would say my two favorite flavors of pizza is Hawaiian and margarita, and that's it.
Oh, I haven't tried margarita. It sounds nice.
It's pretty good. It's just mozzarella cheese and maybe like what is it, like spinach? I don't know, some leaf on there.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it simple. I don't like it with
Mm.
like too much stuff on there. It becomes too maybe because my dad orders it all the time, so I'm tired of it.
All right, are we still missing a few people? That's all right. We'll allow everybody to filter back in before we get started again. Chat, how's your night going? Campaign is off to a good start. Seems like everybody's having fun. I'm certainly having fun. It was a good first encounter. You had a crit during your good encounter. That's a good omen.
Yeah, I was surprised by how strong Dusha is.
Damn, Duja.
Yeah, I'm having fun so far. It
Yeah.
was fun. I finally got to like beam blast something, so I'm excited.
Well, with Eldritch
That
Blast,
was,
that's gonna be your specialty. So,
that was so strong. It's like from the other side of the town.
and your warlock choices tend to strengthen Eldritch Blast as well. So,
Nice.
all right, we're not missing anybody, right? I saw everybody talk.
Yes, I think we're all here.
Is Lolo here?
Perhaps.
That might be the only person I didn't see talk. In which case, we can wait.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll take that as a no. So we'll hang out for a little bit longer.
I accidentally walked away.
It's all right. You guys are out of the turn order now, so when combat ends, you're free to walk around for the most part.
I need to get my stuff first.
Yeah, that's for
Oh,
the
it's
most
so
part.
funny.
For the most part, I will usually assume that you guys gather things up after a fight. So if you're throwing
Okay.
weapons or you're dropping them on the ground, things like that, I will assume that as long as you guys have the time to, like you're not being immediately chased or sprinting off somewhere or things like that, then I'll assume that you probably are taking the time to gather them. It's good to remind me just so that I remember. But for the most part, if you ever are like, oh, I forgot to pick up my dagger after that fight, and we already walked off to an entirely different location, for the most part, I will just allow you to take it back. Don't worry.
Yes.
I'll assume that you picked it up. The only exception to that would be if you guys were fighting like. For example, like in the middle of the ocean, like you're swimming and you tried to throw a dagger at something and you
Uh-oh.
missed. And if you missed with that dagger would probably be gone. Or let's say it was like a
Damn.
swamp or something like that where you're wading through like hip deep water.
Oh yeah.
And you miss with your dagger throw, it would go into the swamp and then I'd probably give you like a roll to see if you can find it.
Okay.
So that's probably the only
Right.
exception to that sort of rule. But other than that, I usually assume that you guys do the small things like that. Is Lola back? Are we all good?
Yes, I'm back. I'm
Perfect.
sorry.
Awesome.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. I got food.
Yay
Great.
for
Nice.
food!
Alrighty. So, um, you glance around at your surroundings to look for more of those shades, but you aren't able to find any. You appear to have defeated them. And again, as I said, they actually disappear as you killed them. And so there aren't even any corpses for you to
Oh.
examine. And so as you actually look
Okay.
around this small little town square, your time in silence of nature is actually immediately broken as you hear somebody calling out to you. And the voice says, "Hey, is anybody there?"
Hello?
Hello? God,
One,
is that you?
Boy.
one of you can make a
Hello?
perception roll if you want, or several
Oh,
of you.
can I do it? Oh, where is perception anyways? Here, yeah.
Yuri,
Ooh.
the voice appears to be coming from the well.
Oh, what? Bro,
Hello?
Is anybody up there? Who's that?
I think he's under the well, guys.
Guys, he sounds
Hello?
cute.
Oh,
You say cute?
Are those monsters
Are you-
gone? They were trying to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all gone. How did you get in there?
Well, I jumped. I didn't want to get attacked.
are you safe?
How deep is it?
Well, it's pretty deep. I can't get out. Is there like a rope up there or something?
Can I make a perception to see if there is, or
You don't need a perception for that. You just look around the well. You actually don't see a rope.
I
Oh.
don't see one, but I actually have one in my bag.
Great. Toss it down.
Okay. I toss it down. Yeah.
So you toss the rope all the way down, and you hear kind of a soft little splash as it touches the bottom, and then you actually feel a tug on it and some weight.
Okay.
It-
So
I
I try
whispered,
to like
"She's-
pull him up.
All right, Clover. If it's you by yourself,
Can help.
it'll
I wanna
require
help.
a strength roll, but your party can
Or
help.
just spectating.
I would say
If he's
I'm
not
just
cute,
there.
Duja
I'm
can
just
come
like
help,
barely
too.
bending.
Duja
Um,
comes behind and
I would say Duja alone probably negates the need for a roll just by herself.
mommy energy.
But
Let's
the
go.
but the rest of you can
Yeah.
help if you want.
Yeah,
Dude just like
teamwork.
picks me up and then pulls.
just speaking under the well. If
Like, I
if
got
he's
you,
not
baby.
cute, we drop him. He needs to be cute.
All right, then kind of hand over hand, you begin to pull the rope all the way up, and you kind of feel whatever the weight at the bottom of it is dangling from the rope itself. And then you, in the shadows of the well, you see a figure at the end of the rope, and you
Oof.
pull them up and out. And this
Here he is,
is who
our
you
mystery
meet.
man.
Oh my god!
Cute.
Oh
Aw.
Can I keep you?
Duja's expression changes, but she's still pleased with what comes out.
Time to bag him. Does anyone have a bag?
Wait,
so
hold on. How big is this?
a rather diminutive cat pulls himself kind of up over the bricks of the well, and he actually stands up on 2 feet.
Oh my god.
He is quite short. He's actually shorter even than Yuri.
Oh.
And he
You
just
can
kind
come
of
with me.
begins to brush himself off and shake off some of the water that he's covered in, and then he kind of looks across at you four, his saviors, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for that. Oh, wait, who are you?"
I look at my arms and noticing the cat in front of me and noticing that I myself could not have the strength to muster to pull him up myself, and I feel defeated.
Oh no!
I'm Clover. Nice to meet you.
Nightshade's
Hi.
first reaction is to go up to the cat and try to pet the cat.
All right. Watch the ears. What you doing there?
Oh, sorry. I just you look just quite soft, and I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah. Softest fur in all of Elwindale. Doesn't mean you just get to go and touch it.
Oh,
My bad. I'm sorry. I am Nightshade, by the way. I will stop petting you now.
Well, it's nice to meet you all. You can call me Mittens.
Oh
hi,
Oh
Mittens.
my god.
For the first time in her life, Yuri actually manages to hunch down to see a person and not look up. Hi, you're you. Hi, Kitty.
Deidre comes over and towers over the cat and
Yeah.
leans over. She's like 7 foot something, so she's just like leaning over. She's like, "Oh my god! If you weren't the cutest little kitten," and she tries to pinch his cheeks and stuff, treating it like a baby. "My name is Duja, honey. It's so nice to meet you."
Yeah, all right. Listen. I know I'm adorable, but all right, take it easy.
Just defeated these little creatures that
But
weren't so adorable.
Hang on.
And then we see you.
Hang on.
Hmm?
Where exactly are you four from? I've never seen you in town before.
Well,
We're,
we
we're from we're
Not
from
here.
heaven, sent here to save you all.
He's
We're
kind
from
of. He
another-
looks up. Well, I mean, you did save me. Grateful about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're actually angels sent from the above world, here to protect the people of here.
Do you want to genuinely persuade him that that's what you are? Because you can make a persuasion
Yes.
roll.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try that.
We are your guardian angels.
Yeah, make a
Let's
persuasion
see.
roll then.
It'd be
Along your skill list.
skills. Okay.
Or alternatively, deception, whichever one you're higher in. But this is sort of a more innocent one, so I went with persuasion. But if you have a higher one in deception, that's okay too.
Persuasion is the one to go to.
Robbie.
13.
All right, I'm gonna roll an insight check for him, and we'll contest them. All right, Mittens rolled a 3. Angels from on high, you say? All right, well that works for me. I didn't think there was much beyond the far woods anyway, so I suppose it makes sense that you came from the sky. Well, I was down in the well, so I didn't see it. What exactly are you doing in Elwyn Dell? We don't get a lot of visitors.
Well, we're passing through. We're here to help somebody, but we saw that there were these monsters here. Do you happen to know anything about these monsters? What are they exactly? Where do they come from?
Shadows, you mean? Well, I don't really know where they come from, but they've been turning up more and more in town lately. First, it was just a couple of them, but it's becoming more frequent. We call them shades. Nasty little
Shades.
buggers.
You just said
Bit
that they've
shitty,
been
aren't they?
showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't tell you where they're coming from, but they're quite a nuisance around here.
Hey, Mittens,
Yeah.
does the name Elizabeth mean anything to you?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, okay, great.
Why do you
Well,
ask?
if you meet one, let us know.
I don't think there's any Elizabeth in town.
No, she's about yay big, very young looking child.
She look weird like you lot. He kind of glances around at all of you, and then actually looks at Duja and goes, well, you three then.
What's that supposed to mean?
Offended, but
He's inferring that only Duja looks normal to him.
Oh.
no, she's human, I believe. Human.
A what? A what? What'd you
Oh.
say? A hue?
A
A hue what?
human?
I don't know what that is. Is it like an angel?
kind of, but without more.
They kind of look like me, but a little bit taller.
So like a
Maybe?
funny looking folk like yourself, I understand.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, do you have any clues to where we can go after? We're kind of
Um,
searching around for this girl.
well, I don't know where you're traveling, but if you want to stay in town, there's an inn in the square. Well, you lot are new in town. I could get you a map if you want, free of charge.
Oh,
A map would
yes,
be
please.
great.
Thank
Uh,
you, Mitten.
as a thank you for saving me and all.
Of course. I mean, we didn't know you were there, but we were able to help you out the well, I guess.
Yeah, for pulling me out
Yeah,
of the
if you
well.
didn't call out for us, we would have just left you.
Well, I heard lots of noises up there. Thought maybe someone was around. Didn't
Mhm.
expect it to be a bunch of strangers, though.
Angels. Angels.
Mm.
Same thing, to be honest. Strange angels, strangels.
Strange.
Strangels.
Well, I run the general store around here, so just follow me this way. I'll get you a map.
You run a store? Okay.
Okay. Lead the way.
And he makes his way to the shop off to the northwest in the town square. And you see him just kind of fumble around, and then where did I leave it? He overturns a small little rock. There it is, and he grabs a key and then turns it in the lock, and then
This is
invites you all inside.
Cool.
All right, I believe you're all still copied. Let's go inside.
So cute.
Ooh, tiny.
He has a store. I'm dying.
Oh my god. So
So,
cute.
Mittens leads you all inside of his general store, in which you can see a large group of shelves all lined with all sorts of various goods, from tools, musical instruments, food in some shelves, things like cookware, teapots, baskets, containers, empty vials, glass bottles, and stuff like that. Even a small selection of candy along to your left. But Mittens kind of makes his way over towards the counter and just kind of struggles slightly to climb up over it, and then hops over the counter and begins to kind of rifle around
Oh,
underneath,
cute.
looking for something.
I pick up the what's this called again? A
Is it a loot?
mandolin, right?
Yeah, it'd be
It's
like a
a
lute,
oh,
probably in a
okay, yeah.
but mandolin would be pretty close to.
I pick that up and I just start like playing with the strings a little bit, playing a little tune, and everything.
Yeah, you strum away
While
on the lute.
I'm,
Appears to be pretty solid craftsmanship. Mittens, fumbling around under his countertop, eventually pulls something out, and it's kind of a folded up piece of paper, and he lays it flat in front of you, Yuri, and then he kind of spins it to face you. And you can see on it is a map of the surrounding area. Would you like to see it, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Go, everybody.
ooh,
Then you take a look at a map of Elwindell, which shows sort of the surrounding area. Currently, you guys are within the general store, and this is the town square and the well that you helped Mittens out of, but this is the rest of the surrounding area described for you. You recognize actually a small little thing. It's not actually labeled on the map, but it is for you guys. You guys know what this is, but it's not labeled on the map. I just wanted to type it there so that it was there for you guys, but this part right here is not labeled on the map he's showing you.
Okay. Sure.
But the rest of the labels are there.
So it's on the map, but just not labeled with a name, or
Yeah, there's a stone circle there, but there's no text. You guys know what
Okay.
it is, but it's not. There's no text for his map. I'm just wanted you guys to be aware of what it is, so I gave it to you.
Okay. Um. can Duja ask if he knows what it is right now?
Yeah, you kind of point out that southern area on the map, and he kind of leans a little bit over. He stands up on his stool to lean over towards it, and then kind of squints a little bit. You mean the old ruins?
Yeah, that is where us angels landed. And, we noticed that it was glowing. We just wanted to see, was there anything, is there anything you guys know about it?
Well, it's just some old piles of rock. I don't know. We don't been out there only a few times. I never saw any glowing. Usually just have
Oh.
picnics out there.
Interesting.
Do you know what used to be there?
Well, I got no idea. Someone else might, but I don't.
Nice.
Can you tell us more about the Queen's Palace? Maybe she would know
Well, the
what
Queen's
the
Palace
person we're
is
searching for.
it's where the Queen lives. Well, if you're looking for something in town, I suppose you could start there, yeah?
Oh, is she? Is she nice to you guys?
Well, I don't really see her much myself. I don't have much business in the palace, but from what I've heard, she seems to be nice.
Good to know.
What do you know of the Wandering Woods in the Hidden Hill Burrow?
Well, we don't really go out there.
Is that place dangerous or is it safe?
Well,
In our
there's
knowledge.
beasts out in the woods, so we usually stick close to town.
I see.
I know some people sometimes go out foraging out there, but I just run the general store, so I don't do much myself.
Going back on the on the shadows, the what did you call them again?
We call them shades.
The shades. Mm-hmm. Where have you seen them before on this map?
Well, saw the ones today in Town Square, and I think DeLong was complaining about them out in his pastures. And then, well, I can't remember. You can ask around town if you want to learn more, though. Someone else might know better than me. I'll stay away from them. I don't think it's a smart choice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Like I said, there's lots of amenities in town. If you need a place to stay or something to eat or drink, you can head down to the Slumbering Swan. Or if you need to buy anything, shop around my store. But there's a few specialty places as well. You can go to the herbalist. She's always making potions. Well, there's a blacksmith in town too if you need anything maintained or if you're looking for some weapons.
Well, thank you, Mittens. And if you hear anything about the shades or a girl named Elizabeth, feel free to let us know if we can cross paths again.
Yeah, of
Which
course.
I'm
If I
sure
hear
we
anything,
will.
I'll try and find it. Bring you back to the general store. So he kind of folds the map back up and hands it to whichever one of you wants to take it. And so you now can access that map whenever you want. It doesn't really matter who has it.
Okay, I can take it. Do
It's
I
more-
add it to my backpack?
Yeah, if you want, you can add your own items and just type in what they are, but it's not really necessary. I just know that you guys,
Oh, okay.
as a party, have the map now.
Okay.
So I won't really ever ask who has it. It'll just be like you guys as a party have it.
Okay.
Well, was there anything else you need? You looking to buy something?
Can I roll to see what this little hatch thingy is?
Minge just kind of sees you looking at it. Yeah, that's the storage basement.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you got to keep stuff somewhere.
Yeah. What's up here?
It's my bedroom. That's where I sleep.
Cool.
You know, private quarters and all that.
Clover is
Dang,
just
Clover.
Clover is visibly embarrassed now, and she
I see you're
just
trying
goes
to make a
in-
move, Clover.
no.
So a general store, anything you see here you can obviously buy, but general stores stock tons and tons of stuff. So if you have an idea of something that you think might be a valuable purchase, it's usually a good idea to check the general store, because
Okay.
they often have
Cool.
massive lists of things that I can't list for you because we would be here for an hour. But they have tons and tons of stuff, so often lots of different food, empty containers to carry stuff, like if you wanted bottles or something like that, you come to here. If you needed like a basket or an empty barrel to carry stuff around in, it's always general stores you can turn to for basically miscellaneous things that you don't think would be at like an herbalist or a blacksmith or other kind of store.
I see.
So a lot of times, if you have an idea of an item that you think you want to buy, you can probably just go to the general store and ask, like on your own initiative, rather than me telling you what he has, because they tend to have tons of stuff.
Okay. I think Deja's fine. So she just looks
Same.
around, Candy.
I haven't thought of what we need yet.
All right, well, I'll be here if you need anything. You can come on back to the shop.
Thank you, Mittens, for your help today.
Mittens, are you single?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Clover, he's single.
No. I run out.
Deja follows after her.
Thank you, Mittens.
Thank you, Mittens.
We'll be back. Okay, I follow after.
All right. So the four of you leave the general store and back into Elwyndel's town square.
We're here.
And you can tell me where you want to go next. If you ever want to look at the map again, just ask, and I'll bring you right back to that.
So it's
did we-
herbalist, blacksmith, and the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys want to go first?
Herbalist, blacksmith, inn.
Nice.
Perhaps the inn?
Yeah, I was gonna say inn. I think
Okay.
maybe there might be some people hanging out there. Maybe they might have some
Mhm.
info.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. Then you make your way towards kind of the largest building in the town square, but still made kind of up of sticks, leaves, and branches. But a small carved wooden sign above the door reads, "The Slumbering Swan." And so you make your way through the wooden door and into the tavern and inn.
Into the unknown.
Oh, there's lots of people here.
Oh my god, I love that they're all animals.
For once, Deja doesn't feel like
That's why. That's
the
why he
odd
didn't.
ones out.
That's why he didn't think you were weird, Deja. Just thought you were normal.
Dang.
Hey, I have some animal poets.
So you make your way into the tavern, where you can see quite a few different creatures scattered throughout the tavern floor. You can see a bar off in the far corner where the proprietor is serving drinks, as well as a few who are gathered up on the tables over to the right, as well as next to the hearth on the northern side of the inn. You can see a small mouse holding a stringed instrument, who's kind of seated up on a little stool by the fireplace.
Come over here, and because I think I have my instrument with me, and I want to pull mine out and kind of match their tune and everything.
Yeah, the small little mouse just sort of glances quickly at you and then goes, yeah, it's a nice song.
Name's Clover.
Nice to meet you. My name's Meeks.
Meeks.
There you go.
Meeks. A good name.
Are you lot new in town? Never seen your face before.
Yeah. Just arrived actually. We're here to.
You from outside the far woods?
We're from above. Is what?
Huh?
Um,
What?
Duja
yeah.
towers in. We're strangers. We come
I don't know
from
what that means, to be honest.
we come from the above world. We're here to
The
find a
above
girl
world? What?
named Elizabeth. Yeah, you
Above
see,
world?
there's a lot of stuff that you
Like
guys don't know.
the clouds?
You can say that.
Like angels.
I don't see any wings.
Well,
Angels don't
it-
have to have wings.
it's rude to say that
They
you don't see
don't?
our wings. It's because you're a non-believer.
Is that what that is?
Duja tries to hide a lot. But we're here to find a girl named Elizabeth, or find any information on the shades. I see that there's a few around town.
Elizabeth doesn't ring a bell to me, and I've been playing here for a long time.
Yeah.
What about the shades? What can you tell us about the shades?
Yeah, well, folk around here always complain about the shades. It seems like it's a bit more recent lately, though.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
we
clue
just-
where they come from?
I don't know. Could ask old Hunter
just-
over there by the bar. He tends to know what's going on in town. He just sort of gestures with his instrument, the head of his instrument, all the way towards an older-looking cat over at the bar.
Oh, cool.
Duja starts to head over already.
Dang, there's thank you for the help.
Yeah,
I
happy
stay
to
with
help.
I stay with Meeks for a little bit and like still matching, like playing the tunes and everything. And I'm just like, yeah,
he actually stopped playing while
Oh,
while you guys were talking to him, but as they depart, he kind of just mumbles to himself, "Yeah, I ought to get playing again, or Mr. Crow will be mad." And he starts to pluck away again at the strings. Actually, Clover, you can see that as he's playing the instrument, he's actually also tapping a small little drum with his tail down on the ground.
I actually sit closer to him and I like do like crisscross, and I'm just like sitting and vibing with him.
Oh,
And like I tell him, I'm like, yeah, we just saved Mittens.
Yeah, I know.
The general's-
Mittens.
Yeah, he had about 4 of the shades. I guess attacking him. He hid in the whale, so we had to help him.
Chopped down the whale, did he?
Mm-hmm. Good thing he called out for us, because we would have just left him there.
Does sound like Mittens, not thinking ahead.
Yeah, but those shades are long gone now. We made sure of that.
Hmm.
So if you have any eye on the shades, let us know, and we'll be sure to help
Yeah.
you guys out.
Well, like I said, I'm playing the tavern most nights, so
Mm-hmm.
all
Do
I
they
hear
ever
is
come
just
inside?
not usually.
Well, that's good. I could find, sanctuary in here, I guess, from them.
Yeah, Slumbering Swan's always a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
So over at the bar, the three of you approach and can see a rather large rooster. He's actually about as tall as you, Duja.
Oh, cool.
Rather sturdy looking and slightly stern. He's kind of cleaning glasses behind the bar, and he turns towards the three of you as you approach and says, "Is there anything I can get you?"
A glass, please, of your finest beverage.
All right, well, what are you looking for first?
Surprise me.
You sure about that?
You think I can't take it?
All right, well, one glass of whimsy wine then. Coming right up.
Whimsy wine. Duja looks pretty excited at the sound of whimsy wine.
And for the others, we got food, we got
Yeah.
drink. What you looking for?
can I have a glass of your cheapest drink?
Well, that'd be water, and it's free.
Oh, thank you. Okay, one glass of water. Thank you.
All right, coming right up. And you? He looks at you.
How
Nation.
about Do you have anything carrot based?
I'm kind of feeling carrots.
We do have a garden salad if you're looking for something to eat. But
Sure, why not?
as for drinks, nothing carrot based, unfortunately.
Then give me a salad and put lots of carrots in it, please.
All right, I can do that. And so
Thank
he busies himself behind the bar to get your drinks and your food.
Is the guy next to us the one Meeks was talking about?
Yes, he is. He's a rather old-looking cat who's kind of hunched slightly over the bar and clutching a glass of what appears to be sort of a purplish liquid.
Cute.
Oh, purplish liquid. I strike a conversation with him. Whoa, big guy. I ask, oh, that purple liquid kind of looks familiar.
It actually doesn't. It's a very deep purple, almost black.
Oh, it's not the same as the one we drank?
No, the one you drank was kind of a very light purpley pink with little sparkles.
Ah,
This is
okay,
like a
never
deep
mind.
kind of purplish wine, is what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Dusha turns over to the cat guy and he says with a huge smile, "What do you have in, my good friend?"
Well, I am drinking the whimsy wine, of course.
The whimsy wine. I see. The finest beverage for you as well.
Indeed, it's a bit of a local custom around here. Ooh, that's
Oof.
getting a little bit of robot from somebody. I don't know what that was.
I joined the conversation and say, Mix was talking about you. He said you might be more familiar with the shades. I was thinking you could give us a little more information. We're new to town.
You mean those nasty creatures that flutter about in town sometimes, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Quite a problem, especially lately.
When did they start showing up?
Well, it's been here and there for quite some time, but usually just one or two of them. And well, the palace guards would chase them off, but lately they've been showing up in larger and larger groups.
Do you have any clue where they might be coming from?
Well, from time to time, you see them in town square and also down by the pastures, but I did hear that one of the children saw some of them over by Wildflower Walk. But I hadn't investigated any of that myself.
Walk? Let's see.
Interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about this town? Just in general.
Well, it is your quintessential forest town. It's rather humble, rather small, but the people here are happy, and, well, the queen treats us quite well.
Good to hear that the queen is nice. Do you think that she would be able to answer any questions we might have about the town?
Well, I suppose you could arrange audience with her. Though you might need one of the townsfolk to vouch on your behalf. I don't know if they always just take strangers in. Speaking of which, where exactly are you all from?
We're from a world above yours, to put simply.
You mean like in the clouds? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
I hadn't
like
thought.
Angels.
Hadn't given any thought to a world in the clouds, but I certainly suppose it's possible. How on earth did you get here?
You know the ruins?
Ruins, yes. Those old stones out in the south of town.
Well, with old stones, it turns out there might be a bit more than meets the eye.
Well, suppose I ought to give them another look then.
Yes, I heard that they don't usually glow, but when we arrived here, they were glowing, oddly enough.
They're glowing now?
Hopefully they still are. When we first came, they were glowing. I'm not sure if they are currently, but...
Well, that is odd indeed. I'll have to give it another pass by. Perhaps tomorrow.
Let's see.
Was there anything else you needed?
Doja just gets up and takes a look around. She doesn't even say
Actually,
anything.
as you start to awkwardly stand up, the proprietor of the bar just says, "Hold on there, lass. Don't you want your whimsy wine?"
Yes, actually. How much do I owe you?
Just 1 gold.
1 gold. Alright. She pays the gold, and I'm gonna subtract my money. And she takes the cup and she walks around. And
Yeah, he
does a
hands
little-
you a glass of the same purple liquid that the cat hunter is drinking. Okay, let's get him a name tag.
What in there for a bit?
Oh, Hunter.
Oh, she introduces herself too. By the way, my name is Duja. Duja Cat. Nice
Well,
to meet you.
it's nice to meet you all. I've not had you in the tavern before. I'm Ballister Crow. I own the Slumbering Swan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ballister.
Nice to meet you as well. I am Nightshade.
How about... Oh, I'm
If
Yue.
you need food and
How
drink
about
or
you?
a place to stay in town, then you come right here.
I was actually curious. Have you heard any interesting rumors or anything about town?
Well, I did hear that dratted Suri was running around causing trouble again. Though I don't know much more than that.
What kind of trouble?
I'm afraid I don't know. He's always up
Hmm.
to something.
And who is this individual again?
Suri.
Suri. Okay. And where may we find them?
Well, to be honest, I don't really know.
Okay. Thank you, thank you.
She's always running about. Sure, you'll run into her eventually.
Well, that is all. Then I think I will just partake in this delicious salad.
Well, enjoy. Did you drink your whimsy wine?
She's sipping on it as she's walking around.
All right.
But she's probably gonna come back to her seat now and really gonna take a look at it. She takes a big swig of it as she sits down.
Okay,
and
make
kinda
a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's go.
Ballister Crow sees you make like a big swig, and he goes, "Careful there! Whimsy wine is likely to send your head for a loop."
You think a big girl like me can't handle my whimsy wine?
Well, I suppose we'll find out.
Okay, let's see. Constitution, you said?
Yeah, so those
I
are
see
along
it.
the left side in that little saves box.
Well, that was sad.
All right. So in addition to that, take just a normal d6 roll for me. Roll 1d6. So you can do it along the bottom left stuff if you want, or you can type it into Roll20 chat.
D6. Oh, did it go? Alright, I'm gonna do it again.
Right.
Boy.
A 5. All right. So as you down your whimsy wine, you begin to get sort of a bit of a lightheaded sensation. Not quite able to hold your liquor in this case, and so. As you begin to feel a little bit lightheaded, you also get another strange urge. You get a sudden urge to tap dance on the bar top.
oh,
Okay. She
Oh my
kind
gosh.
of wiggles and gets on top of the bar
and back
she's
away just in case the bar top gets destroyed.
With
She
a big
looks at
thud,
you.
you hop up onto the bar
She's like,
top.
why are you backing up? Do you think, are you calling me? Are you saying I'm heavy?
I'm
Do
hiding
you-
behind Hunter, and I'm saying yes, yes.
She faces all the patrons and outstretches her arms. She's like, hello, lovely people of this small forest town. My name is Duja Cat, and I'm here to perform an epic tap dance for you.
Just a disclaimer, we don't know her. I just saw her today. I don't know this person at all.
I see this happening and I like spring up from my sitting position and run over as I'm still playing, and like so I'm giving Duja some music to dance to.
She's like, yes, Clover. So would this be like, should I roll like for performance? Or
Yeah, you can
something?
make a performance check if you want to see how well you do. All the time, Ballister Crow is just yelling at you. Careful! Don't crack the bar top!
Are you calling me heavy?
Well, let's be honest, lass. Come on.
Alright, she's gonna start performing. She's like, I'll show you heavy.
So you actually perform a pretty competent tap dance, though of course it's a little bit more like stomping for you, but you don't actually manage to crack the countertop because you're pretty delicate with your tap dancing, and so you also managed to hold the beat along with Clover's playing.
Well, while Duja is keeping everyone occupied, can I try robbing Hunter? Getting Hunter's wallet?
Yeah, I suppose you can. Of course, I will add, keep in mind that does have consequences if you should be caught. But you can do it. It'll just be a
Oh
sleight
my
of hand
god,
roll.
okay. Let's try my
no.
gacha.
And I'll roll a
RNG
perception for
sis!
him. Alright,
No! God dang it!
an 11 is not a great roll, but he did get a 7 on his perception.
Oh.
Old cat, his eyes are not too good.
just
So,
dancing.
you managed to kind of reach into his pocket. You can feel a couple gold coins in there.
Oh my gosh, I take it.
Alright, you managed to get your hand out during the distraction, and you come away with an extra 4 gold coins.
I'm rich! Four.
And the old cat does not notice you.
Hell yeah. Okay, go Duja. Thank you for this service.
And you see, guys, I'm not heavy. I learned how to be light because I'm a noble, so I learned how to dance properly. Okay, guys, don't forget that. All right. She gets off the tabletop. She's satisfied with her performance.
Yeah, after a little while,
Yuri claps.
the feeling does kind of begin to fade as well. That urge that you had begins to pass, and you kind of have a very slight wonder in the back of your head as to why you were doing it in the first place.
She's wondering, but also she's kind of like, that was pretty good. I sure showed them.
Yeah, Nightbot will smite you if you're spamming caps, so just careful about how much caps you use, guys. I know you're excited, but just capitalize one word, not all of the words. It's nice. It's a nice technique to avoid getting banned. Getting all your messages deleted by Nightbot. So Duja, you haul yourself off the tavern, and now are left with whatever you want to do.
I make my way over
Actually, yeah,
to
Clover,
this.
sorry. I didn't realize you walked over there. Otherwise, I would have just addressed it. But thank you for letting me know.
Sorry. I make my way over to this table, and I just kind of like stay to myself because I want to listen, kind of listen to what they're doing over here.
Unfortunately, these two are actually not going to let you stay to yourself. As soon as you walk over to this table, the bird, the male bird, speaks up and goes, "Hey, lass, could you settle an argument for us? Your friends can help too if you want."
Sure.
Duja runs over. I love arguing. Yes. What's up?
I heard argument and just come over.
Well, listen, my name is Dolby, and this here is Snow. He introduces the female cat sitting at the table with him.
Such a cute
My name's
name.
Clover. Nice to
and
meet you.
Listen, we can't seem to agree. You see, I think that birdseed is the preferable snack of choice. Snow here seems to think it is fish for some insane reason. And, well, we've been arguing about it for the good part of, 3 hours now, and we can't settle it, so deciding votes, He just kind of turns towards the four of you. What do you think? Birdseed
I think.
or fish?
Oh, well, I think it all depends on preference, right? So,
No. We need to decide this definitively.
well, I don't eat meat, so I would say seed.
Well, that's one
Is-
vote
is
for
this
Seed.
like-
He looks incredibly content. One vote for Seed. I told you, Snow. And the rest?
Is this like cooked or raw?
Well, cooked, of course.
Oh my god, I want to. Okay, birdseed kind of sounds interesting, but I'm with the fish here. I'm sorry.
Are you sure? Have you ever actually tried birdseed?
No, I would if you give me one now.
Yeah,
I might
yes,
go
I
into your
have some right
side.
here. He pulls out a pouch out of his pocket. Here you go. Try it.
Okay. Wait, what did I cook?
He hands
try
you just.
some of the
He just kind of
birdseed.
dumps out of a little pouch in his pocket. He dumps a little handful of seeds into your hand.
Can I try some?
Yes, of course. He hands out some to anyone who wants some.
Dusha uses her trunk to eat it like an elephant would a peanut.
Very well.
And immediately
Munch on the
she's
seeds.
like, "Bleh."
Yeah, it just tastes like straight up birdseed. It's crunchy and it's not particularly pleasant.
Yuri
Put in
just
some bread and
grimaces.
it's perfect.
Yuri just grimaces and says, "Oh yeah, definitely the fish. The fish. I'm so sorry, Dolby."
Ah,
Doja, she kind of like, not like a spit it out, but she's like, "Bleh, this is peasant food," and she sides with.
Oh.
Excuse
Just-
me. Peasant food.
I say under my breath, not peasant food.
All right. Well, that's one vote for birdseed and 2 votes for fish. What about the last vote then?
I think you're both wrong.
God damn it, Senna.
Oh,
What? What? That's not part of the rules. Then what do you think is the best then?
Let me think. Well, clearly the best is broccoli.
Broccoli?
the
And we're just boo. The cat's just booing you, Snow.
I joined the boo. Boo!
There you. Broccoli is good for you. It's crunchy and it's quite delicious.
Well, I think I'll be sticking to birdseed though.
Blech.
And the cat, looking quite proud, goes, "Well, then it looks like I win, Dolby."
Fine. I pick birdseed.
Yes, but you are outvoted, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's 3 versus 2 and 1 broccoli apparently.
And
I change to birdseed.
Dolby perks up. See, I knew you'd come around.
Dang it.
Part of me just wants to see how this continues.
Well, that doesn't really leave us in much of a different position than where we started, does it?
Then maybe
We
perhaps
need-
you should pick broccoli.
But I don't want
Broccoli
to
is
eat
pretty
broccoli
good.
though.
I do like me some broccoli.
Fine. How about strawberries? Strawberries are good.
Ooh,
Team strawberries?
strawberries.
So Dusha nods.
Snow just kind of looks at you as if you're insane and just goes, "Strawberries? There's not even any bones that you can pick your teeth with."
But it has delicious seeds and it's sweet and very juicy and good.
Yes, but have you ever had a fish?
Oh,
Mm.
absolutely not.
Exactly. You don't know what you're missing. Dolby just kind of Dolby just kind of scratches his head with one of his wings. Listen, Snow. I don't think we're getting anywhere today. Do you think maybe just call it quits and come back again tomorrow? Yeah, all right, Dolby. So same time, we'll resume the argument. Same time, yes.
How many days have you had this argument?
They stare back at each other for like quite a about maybe a whole minute, and then you see kind of Dolby just moving his feathers, counting out 200,
100?
235 days now, I think it is. Yes, 235.
Oh my
Awesome.
goodness. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna settle this. I come over to the bar and then I ask Ballister
Yes.
for strawberry. Do you have a strawberry?
Strawberry? I don't think so, but you might be able to ask down at Crane Meadow Pastures. Look around for DeLong. He runs the farms.
What type of fruits do you have, or vegetables do you have here?
Leafy greens and carrots and a bit of eggplant as well. Anything that could go in a salad. And we also sell, we have a roasted duck and some green beans. You could also buy some smoked fish if you wish, or a birdseed salad as well.
Gotcha. Okay. I will try to make my way to get some strawberries later. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm Clover, by the way.
Nice to
Okay,
meet you.
goodbye.
Ballister.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get some strawberries to settle this argument of strawberries.
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 Team Strawberry. High five.
I go for it, but then I miss.
And then because Nightshade's high five was really strong, she falls on the floor from the miss.
I was gonna make a joke. Use your inspiration to make the high five not miss.
Ow. The bad luck is still kicking in.
I help you up.
Thank you.
There. Alrighty.
Guess this conversation isn't ending today. Or argument.
It's okay. I'm sure they'll be here for quite some time doing the same argument, but
Yeah, we'll be
Mhm.
back
I want to
around,
bring them.
back here tomorrow
See
if
you
you're,
guys.
if you're looking for us.
See you guys next year.
You have a good day then.
What do you guys do? Do you just sit here and argue all day, or do you guys
Yeah,
have
we-
a profession?
We have like meals and we drink as well.
You guys don't work.
Ah, work on
You guys
what?
just- do you just chill here all day? Is that what you guys do?
Well, not all day. We have to go to bed as well.
Oh, we're late, double.
Dusha's, her mouth is just wide open. She's like, so you guys just come here, you wake up, come here, drink, argue, eat, and go to bed?
Not every day. Sometimes we help out DeLong down at the farms. Occasionally, Quilliam needs something at the smithy. But
I see.
when we got free time, we're here.
So you guys help out at the farms.
From time to time.
So it's a pretty small town, so not everybody is out here doing stuff, it seems like.
Yes, it is quite a small town. And too many people who live here.
Is there other towns around here too?
Not that I know of. But nobody goes beyond the far woods.
I see. Alright. Well, thank you guys. I think Dusha just leaves.
Well, you'll know where to find us.
Hope you guys have a good argument tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure we will.
Okay. We go out?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Here.
Alright. So the four of you make your way back out of the Slumbering Swan towards Town Square. If you need me to bring back up the map, we can do so. But walking back into the open town square, you tell me where you want to go next.
You want to check out the blacksmith?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, we could.
Okay. Going to the blacksmith.
Sorry, I was teasing you guys because this would be the door.
Oh.
What the heck?
You guys are all
We
just
went-
peering in the window.
we went in through the window.
You've all got like your faces flattened against the window.
I just,
We all look
I
as
just
we
prefer
go
the
in.
window.
You gotta check it out, you know.
We go
You mean
through the
to tell-
roof.
You mean to tell me this isn't how I enter?
This chimney.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
mean,
do a Santa
fine.
Claus
you
move.
can enter in the chimney if you wish, but there's smoke coming out of it. So might not end very well for you if you do so. So the four of you make your way into the blacksmith, and I think we'll wrap up here, but I'll bring you inside just for the sake of it.
I kind of want to draw
Okay.
us all at the window, just smushing our faces.
That would be very adorable. So the four of you make your way into the blacksmith shop, where you can see him tinkering away at an anvil with his hammer and a bright forge lit beyond him. But I think this is where we'll end the session for today because we're right at 3 hours. So before we get into
Okay.
talking about other things, we'll wrap it here. And when we come back, we will start up right here where we left off.
Yay.
Perfect.
Yay!
All right.
Yay.
So to bring us back to the other screen.
I'm 4 golds richer, baby.
That was a good move.
It certainly worked out for you that time, I will say.
I was already banking on getting a low number.
it's a hedgehog, Chibi. But yeah, so that was a really fun first session. I'm glad you guys seem to be enjoying
Was.
yourselves as well.
It was a lot of fun. I was
Had a
It was
ball.
super
super fun.
nervous.
Thank you
but-
so much. Same.
Yeah, thank you.
Like
I'm
I
sorry
said,
you guys-
you get into the swing of things and you stop caring about the nerves. So it's a very, very casual, fun games that we play here. So there's no pressure. So the thing that I always do when we move back to the screen is the first thing that I ask, just so that if anybody needs to run, they can, is there anything that interferes with next week, next Saturday at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern? Like, does anybody know that they for sure can't make it?
Nothing's coming up for me.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Same.
that-
I'm good to go.
If that changes, you can feel free to message me on all that. I just like to get a general idea of if we have penciled it in for a yes or a no. But if anything changes, then we'll update all that. So we'll do the quick little wrap up. We can hang out and chat, and anybody who needs to run can run. But I'll do the wrap up now, so that if somebody needs to get out and go do stuff, they can do so. So indeed, yes, strangers. So to do the quick wrap up, we'll give all the links to everybody's channels and stuff quickly. So from the left is Letifer, VT.
Hi.
Say a blurb about yourselves when I introduce you if you need to. Tell everyone what you do on your channel or something like that as I post your links.
Okay, hi, I'm Latifer. I'm an undead kitsune. I usually play games on my channel and sometimes I do art. If you're interested in seeing me, just follow me on my Twitch and also I'm at Twitter. Same username.
Indeed. Both of the links are there for you in chat, so you can find them easily. Next, to the right of Letty on the far left, is Lolo.
Hello. You can find me on Twitch at lolobones_ and on Twitter. Same thing. I am actually currently working on a remodel for my VTuber model. So I'm actually in the process of drawing her, and I put a little sneak peek on my Twitter if you want to go see. But yeah, thank you, and I had a lot of fun this first session. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. And then to the right of Lolo, across the gap, is Boomy.
Hello guys, it's me, Boomy. I wasn't even thinking of what I should say. I usually just play
That's all right.
games, and then every week I do a just chatting stream, and I like to talk a lot. I would say I'm a less mean version of Dusha. I'm so sorry if Dusha is coming across like as a little bit mean, but I hope to have her have like a little nice arc or something. A little nice character arc.
You're all good.
Yeah.
I like Dusha.
I'm glad.
And next to the right of Boomy is Kat.
Cat Planet Shine, and on my Twitch, I just like to play games that are mostly RPG, like Earthbound. Oh, I'm also doing Dragon Quest Builders 2, and stuff like that. And then I also just really like to also like read out loud and do fun voices while I play the games. So I like to have a lot of fun.
Dragon Quest Builders is actually really good.
It's so much
It's
fun.
one of those games where you don't really expect it to be as good as it is, but it's actually so good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So yeah, make sure go follow all of their channels on Twitch. Go watch their streams and go follow all their Twitters, because can confirm all their streams are pretty great. I've watched them all myself.
Thank you.
So yeah, go and check them out and share the love with them. And yeah, so that was our first session of Dreamwalker. I think it went pretty well.
It was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
it was super fun.
Can't wait to develop Dusha a little bit more.
I'm just going to make a little note of something I want to remember to do next time. So ignore me, I'm just writing. I have a notebook that I write down stuff in for next session. So yeah, so usually 3-hour sessions like this, the pacing usually goes pretty well. Yeah, Chibi, that was specifically put in there just for you. Just because you kept talking about Kingdom Hearts. I made the
Aw.
first
It
battle
was
music from
super
that.
fitting.
I thought it fit too, because I had sort of that in mind when I was
It
Well,
felt
it
very
does actually
motivating.
fit.
So yeah, that's why I added that. But there's lots of different inspirations for this campaign. Everything from Kingdom Hearts, Ni no Kuni, Redwall, the old Redwall books, and Bloodborne.
Oh,
Bloodborne.
I love Bloodborne.
Which kind of feels a little bit weird right now, but you'll get it later. So,
Dun, dun.
alright, okay, notes are done. So, if nobody else has anything to add, then we can just wrap up here, and we'll maybe raid somebody because there's a lot of people here.
Yay.
Who should we raid? All right, I'll pull that up while we do the end of the wrap up. So if you're new here to the stream, I run all of the campaigns on this channel, which there's currently 3 running within the same living world called Grand Lorien. I myself am Charlemagne Shackelford, if you aren't aware, the Lich and headmaster of the Arcane College of Nil Levant, which is actually a place within the world. So all of the campaigns that I run here take place within a persistent world in which they can affect each other, and consequences can carry across throughout a persistent timeline. Currently on the channel, we have 2 other campaigns other than this one. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Whispers in the Woods. They're in the Feywild, dealing with a black mold that is spreading across the forests of the material plane as well, and is threatening the Fey folk. Actually, there's a lot of ties to their campaign to your campaign. So people who are watching both will get a lot out of that. The other campaign on Thursdays, though they've had to cancel a few lately just because schedules can be hard, is Caesar Sand, also at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And they are in the middle of the desert, attempting to figure out what's going on with a Yuan Ti cult and the gnolls that they're working with. So tune in and watch those ones as well, because they're all entertaining groups. Some of them are rather chaotic, but that's all right. And if you need any updates as to what I'm changing around streams and stuff like that, or times and dates, then you can follow me on Twitter. That's where I'll update stuff, sometimes retweet some fan art and stuff like that. If you want to join our Discord, you can do so. It's not just for players. There's channels for memes and shit posts, and a whole art channel where lots of really, really great artists are posting all sorts of amazing art from moments in the sessions. There's also discussion channels for all the different campaigns and stuff, so you can come and post your theory as to what you think is going on in whatever campaign. And if you miss a session and want to get caught up, or if you only caught part of one and then you forgot about it and now it's gone off of Twitch after 15 days, you can check out the YouTube channel there. I just move all the VODs there, and so that's where you can go back and get caught up on stuff. If you want to learn more about the actual well, you don't oh, I forgot that is, I should move it for this one. It's usually there for all the other ones, but that's a good point, Julie. Let me move it.
Rude. My head's not in the way. It's not that big.
Actually, it shouldn't really be getting in the way. I'll just move it a little bit up. And then where's our alerts? Move those two. Those ones you actually are blocking. We'll move them into the top left. Okay. Perfect. So if you want to learn more about the actual world of Grand Lorien, I have sort of a wiki, if you will, about all the factions and deities and places and even some characters that exist within this persistent world. So you can check out the World Anvil, it's called, that link there. Oh, it is actually, it's down behind that. Let's move that up. That's better. That's what was blocking it. Perfect. That's better. There's the links where you can find everything. And that's all I have for you tonight. The next session of Dreamwalker will most likely occur next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. Oh, wait. Hang on. We just got a raid. Oh, that one's behind it too. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Hang on. Move that up. that actually
Just
notified
when we're
me that-
about to end.
Right
Hi,
at the end.
Raiders.
Welcome.
Hi, Raiders.
Welcome. Let's move that alert box all the way up so that it's not perfect. Okay, welcome everybody. We are just wrapping up. This what the stream was that you missed is Dreamwalker,
Hi guys, bye.
a D&D campaign starring these four here, in which they enter the dreams of a person who's being sort of possessed and corrupted by a demonic entity, a fiend, in order to try to excise that problem from within. And we just ended the session, but the VOD is there if you really want to go back and watch. But we're actually, since we're wrapping up, we're going to go raid somebody else. So you can, if you're new here, you can join us for that raid. And we'll, let's raid Rika 35. Who has lots of really good art and does commissions. I don't think she's doing art today. But we will raid. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a nice night, and it was a good time. So I'm glad we were able to start this campaign because it's a lot of fun, and I think it will continue to be a lot of fun.
Yay!
See you all next week.
Thank you guys. See you next week.
Thank you guys for
Thank
watching.
Bye bye.
Take care, everybody,
Bye.
and
Bye
Bye bye.
have a good night.